Hi guys, how's it going? I think we're
Hi.
live right now.
Hello.
There's 3 of the parties. Usually we're hold on, gonna add Blake.
There he is.
Sorry.
Hey! Posh Boss Blake.
Hi. I'm sorry. I got a new computer and I haven't been on StreamYard and I had to redo it.
Oh, yeah.
Hi.
That's exciting. Yeah, Blake got a new computer this past week as a nice gift from somebody.
Yes. And I
Just so people don't think that you are made of money during your unemployment.
Oh, correct. It was a gift. Unexpected gift.
Yeah, unexpected gift. So if anyone didn't see who's watching this video, Blake has a video where he was, because of recent circumstances, he was recently furloughed or laid off from his, temporarily, hopefully, laid off from his job.
It's technically a furlough, but, in the eyes of unemployment world, it's laid off, so.
Yeah, exactly. And your computer that you had was your work computer, right?
Correct. So now I'm on my personal computer, which is great because now I can just leave everything in folders.
Yeah, I think that's a side effect that people don't think about with this sort of thing. Like anybody who lost their job and had technology because of their job, maybe whether it be their phone or their phone being paid for, or you know what I mean, like stuff like that.
Exactly. So
many things. So who are you looking at there? The nobody in your apartment with you?
I'm hot and I need the fan on.
All right. We'll just, if anyone's joining our little Saturday Night Live chat for the first time, hopefully, me, I'm Denali. To my, I got it right. To my direction this way is Tiffany Hugo of SellQuickShipQuick. Right down here, hold on, is Laura. There we go, Laura Von V. And then down here, that's the easy one, is Posh Boss Blake. So thanks, you guys, as always.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, what's our beverages?
Agua.
Okay.
Wait, what do you have?
Water.
Oh, it just sounded so good when you said it in Spanish. I mean.
I'm having agua.
What are you having, Laura?
I have green tea.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot. Duh. Laura may have just spilled a little bit on herself before we went live. So.
I had to do a quick wardrobe change.
Tiffany Hugo, what are you guys drinking?
Well, we have Lagavulin whiskey.
Oh.
Bill and Tori might know what this is. And the water.
Right. Oh, okay. Got it.
No water.
All right. Everybody in the chat, let us know what you're drinking. I got a White Claw. I've never had this stuff before. Have you ever had this, Blake? I already asked Laura and Tiffany and Hugo.
I have not. I'm not. I mean, if I'm going to drink, I'm going to have liquor,
You're not basic is what you meant to say?
No one said that.
No one said it.
Not on the live. Beforehand, you guys said it to me.
No, I much prefer Truly. No, I'm just kidding.
I've never had it before, so I got the watermelon, which is, thank God it's gluten-free. So you know how much that means to me. We'll do a little ASMR.
Ooh.
I held it right to my microphone. Sorry if that was loud for everybody. So here we go. Wait, I'll tell you guys how it is. Oh, it's good. It tastes real good. It's kind of like, I taste the alcohol, and it's like how people describe La Croix, like if you left a Jolly Rancher in a seltzer, you know what I mean? Or somebody, yeah, that's what it tastes like. It's good though, because I'm dumpy and I like sweet stuff. So this is actually,
Love it.
Yeah. Okay, so I was thinking this week, since I was hosting on my channel, because if you've been watching our videos, we've kind of been going a little bit around robin, hosting this little Saturday night impromptu fun chat on our channel. So I was thinking of how could I spice it up? So I sourced some questions from Instagram from people that I wanted to ask all of us, but then I also wanted people in the chat to chime in with their opinions. And if they have questions, I'll figure out, I think I just tap on their name and it'll highlight them on the screen. So if you have a question, I'll do that. But I sourced some from the internet that are just fun that I thought we could start off with. Are you guys game?
Oh,
yeah. When you say sourced from the internet, you Googled questions for a live.
Yeah. Questions for
Embarrassing questions
live
to
during
ask friends on
quarantine.
live streams.
I said make it specific to quarantine. So no.
Perfect.
No, I think I Googled something to the effect of like conversation starters. And there's
Okay.
like 4,000 pages on that. I did find, so I narrowed it down because there's like a billion questions, and I thought I picked ones that are fun. So if you can answer them like seriously if you want, like, well, seriously, like maybe like a little intense seriously, or you can answer them lighthearted. So however you want, let's try and keep our answers not to, stories. Like just, a few sentences, not
giving
not
us
a
the
14
Oscars boot.
Yeah, she's gonna start. She's gonna put on a little red light and start flashing it on her screen.
Playing music.
Well, I'm gonna take the little cane out and I'm gonna whip you off the stage.
Oh wait,
Okay.
before you get going with the questions, everybody don't forget to give this video a thumbs up.
Into the kitchen. I was singing that earlier. I watched your video, Blake. Okay, so we'll go in any order, whoever wants to go first. So the first one is a nice lighthearted one. People in the chat, please give your answers as well. So it's, which would you pick out of these three? Being attractive, universally attractive, whatever that means.
Okay.
A genius, or famous for doing something great. Yeah, universally attractive, a genius, or famous for doing something great.
So if you choose to be a genius, do you look like a troll?
I mean, you just look like how you look currently. So
And if
you
you're-
decide what that means for you.
Also, if you're a genius, can't you do something great because you're a genius?
This is like the thing you guys are asking the questions that it's like, if you were given a wish, what would you wish for? And people are always like,
No
200
wishes.
million wishes. You cannot do it. Oh, real quick, I think somebody,
Someone gave
there-
money.
a little super chat. Hey, thanks, Sister Joy. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Take a shot. Just kidding. Okay,
Sister Joy.
who wants to be an ugly genius, famous, or attractive? And no judgment on your answers. If you want to be beautiful,
I want to be famous.
okay, there you go.
But
Laura?
I think that's what I would choose
doing
too.
something good,
Yeah.
Famous for doing something great.
Yeah.
I'd take the genius one.
Yeah.
Genius. Same. Tiffany, you'd be a genius.
I don't know. There's some geniuses out there that like.
If you're a genius, couldn't you do something great and make yourself famous because you're a genius?
I mean, that if that's the way you want to spin it, that's okay too. Let's see. Melissa Nichols said genius. Tori said famous.
Yep.
Yeah, we got a lot of geniuses in the crowd. Okay. I'll say I don't know which one I care about. I'm gonna go with famous. Okay, I'll go with that too. Okay, second question. Oh, this is a fun one. Okay, what problem or situation did TV or movies make you think would be common, but when you grew up, you found out actually that doesn't really happen? I'm going to go first because I'm going to give you an example. So what I thought was common, but later I was like, no, that's not, was quicksand. You remember like everything in the 90s was always like somebody got their foot stuck in quicksand and then they were just, it was like, that was the end of you. You were never going to come out of this.
You just go into the earth.
It's true. Gilligan's Island saw that
Yeah.
way too many times.
Or Princess Bride.
Yes, exactly. Sarah Stiles said quicksand also. Okay, what do you guys think? What did you watch like growing up that you were like, oh my gosh, that's so scary? I don't know. Was there like episodes of Full House where somebody got like stolen from the mall? Like
I think
yeah, what do you got, Hugo?
seeing like growing up and everything from Power Rangers to any of the kids movies, there's always the kid that knew like kung fu or karate at school and would fight the bully. I never saw that happen. I never saw some like karate kid come out of nowhere in the lunchroom, but it happens in all the movies.
It's never too late to make it happen, Hugo.
I'm gonna go to some school's lunchroom and get in a fight with the middle school bully. I'm gonna get in their face.
Oh my god, that's
Hey,
hilarious.
I'm pretty sure you would be the bully at that point.
Yeah, you probably be the bully. What do you guys think? Laura, Blake, is there something that comes to mind? Blake, how old are you?
I'm 30.
Okay, so you were watching Hannah Montana.
I mean, honestly, yeah, I was. No,
What did she do?
Here's a good one. Goosebumps was
Yes.
a TV show aligning with the books back on Nickelodeon.
Yep.
But I was young and like, oh no, it wasn't Goosebumps. Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I was. There was one episode, it will always stick with me for life, but like it made me think that there were things out in the world that could cover you with purple slime and freeze you in the purple slime.
Totally. Mm-hmm.
And
It hasn't happened yet.
Yet.
Yeah, you're right.
Yet. What do you got anything, Laura? Is there anything you can think of?
Well, now that I'm thinking about that show, there was one about mirrors that like someone got trapped in a mirror, and I remember being like, terrified of that one.
Ooh, yeah, that's pretty scary. Being
Yeah.
trapped and stuff. That reminds me of there was an episode of not Curly Sue. What was her name? Punky Brewster.
Oh,
And she got trapped in the refrigerator. We were playing like hide and go seek in a abandoned refrigerator. I thought, oh my God, don't ever do that, Denali. Okay, well, those are good answers. I'm just checking to see what everybody else said. Oh, Tori says food poisoning.
Oh, that happens.
Yeah, I've had that a couple times.
Yeah. Bill said, well, he said been trapped in an elevator, not good. I don't know if he was saying that was something he was scared about, but that has happened to Bill. Luckily, he had his phone. He went live on Instagram too. It was pretty funny.
I love that was the thing. I'm trapped. Let's go live.
Somebody said all problems solved in 30 minutes. Yeah, that's totally true.
time travel.
Time travel? Oh, that would have been cool. Okay,
Yeah.
here, I'll do my next one. This is a fun one. Okay, what quote or saying do people spout but is complete BS? I know. That's I don't even have an example on deck. Live, laugh, love. Just kidding.
I'm
I don't
trying
know
to
if
think
they've
of
heard it.
things.
Wait,
Now
I'm gonna
I'm trying to check the see if anyone's got anything on the chat.
I know. Anybody in the chat have one? So Blake, did you hear it?
No, I'm so sorry. I was getting headphones.
No, it's okay. So I'll tell you. So my next one was, what quote or saying do people spout but is complete BS?
I think the one I've always heard, yet obviously, I guess things don't happen that often. But if I had a nickel for every time,
Yeah.
I hear,
That reminds me. Okay, look. Here's one. Sarah Stiles just said this one. Money growing on trees. Hashtag
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. Mm-hmm. Oh wait, here's another one. Wait, where'd it go?
She's in a better place. Oh my God.
That's a really good one.
That's what she said. Oh God, this one's true. The Lamoureux said everything happens for a reason.
Oh,
I mean, I do
I
kind
live
of
by that.
it's the
I live
blanket
for that.
answer for everything.
Mhm. How about, here we go. Stripes and Twine said, it's the thought that counts. Here's, look at this. Diana, this hurts me more than it hurts you.
That's a good one too.
Oh my gosh.
and right below hers,
Yeah, what is
Yeah.
this?
whatever you want.
When you grow up?
Oh, these are really depressing.
Believe in yourself. Okay, so I don't think we all have answers for it. Do you have one, Laura?
And honestly, I thought all those were way better
Yeah,
than
those
anything.
were all
I could
really
come up
good.
with.
I did not hear you can be whatever you want to be when you grow up. My family did not say that.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Not-
I don't think I heard that, but I would hear you can do whatever you want, or you can do what you can
This
try
one?
to do whatever you want. You know, something to that effect.
If you believe, you can achieve.
Basically, what I just said.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm. All right.
Love it.
Okay. I'll go to my next one. My next one says, ooh, this is a good one. If you could know the absolute and total truth to one question, what question would you ask?
Ooh.
I know. Look at Blake's face.
Because I'm taking this real deep. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like, you can make this serious if you want, and you can make it lighthearted if you want.
I think maybe, and this will speak to where I am in my life, but I mean, is anyone 70 years old in the chat? Like, I would love to know and have the answer to. Like,
Yeah.
do you ever stop thinking about like the future of your life
Ooh.
and like where you're gonna go? Because as someone who's hustling, like us all, like that's constantly going, and it has always, period.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
What about you, Laura? You're deep. What do you got for
Well,
us?
we already know the meaning of the universe is 42. So
Wait, what? The
So
meaning
what?
of
nobody? Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
Sorry.
Oh.
tonight?
Oh,
Read the book. You guys got plenty of time in quarantine.
Let's see.
Someone in-
Okay, I'm gonna go. Oh, here's a good one. Serena Lee said, "What are the next winning lotto numbers?" Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah.
That'd be a pretty good one. No,
Yeah,
so something I've always wondered is
Mhm.
because I speak to my mom and I could read Spanish.
Yeah.
I don't think about it, but I wonder if I think in Spanish or I think in English. I mean, I think in English, but then when I speak to my mom, am I thinking in English and translating to Spanish?
Mm-hmm.
I'm
That's
never
a
in the
good
moment
question,
enough. Yeah. I know, it's weird. I swear this is my first one.
Oh, I like this one. I mean,
yes,
I
I was just gonna say.
We know that answer.
It's good for you.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Yeah. Chrissy has a good one. I would be curious about that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I could go like sit by her grave and chat with her.
Oh, okay. Well, let us know how that works out. Make sure you're social distancing.
Yeah.
It was dark. I'm sorry. Meant to be more funny.
I do actually wonder if that cemetery is open right now.
Or if any cemeteries are open.
Or any of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah,
Well, 'cause
that's
the Hollywood Forever is like, that's like, people literally do go there just
Yeah, it's
as
like a tourism
tourist
thing.
destination.
Yeah. Oh, Lauren's got a good one. This is the one everyone wants to know right now.
Yeah.
Look at no one responded though.
Yeah, please share in the chat.
We're all
We really
wondering the
wanna
same thing.
know.
Yeah, make sure if you have the answer, DM us privately.
Yeah.
Are aliens real? That's a good one. Fit for flair. Yeah, I don't know. Somebody said JFK earlier. Somebody said Marilyn Monroe. I mean, maybe those ones, like the big ones.
The big mysteries.
Yeah, or the what's the place that they have the aliens? What's it called?
Area 51.
Yeah, like what's really going on there? Maybe questions about that. That would be my answer.
Are we living in Westworld? Honestly,
Wow. Oh, Christy earlier brought up The Last Man on Earth. Or no, Last Man Standing?
Oh yeah. Because the show.
I
Right.
love that show.
I
love
forgot how the whole premise started until she reminded me today. But however, it was all because of a flu.
It's a great time to revisit that show if you've never seen Last Man on Earth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, or Are We Living in the Truman Show? Did you guys ever see that movie?
Yeah, I like that one.
Because it's
Yeah.
Wait, great question. Did Carol kill her husband?
Yes.
yes.
That's the one we all want to know.
Yes, she did.
There we go. That's our answer to that. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me go to my next one. Okay, that's a good one. I say it for everything. Name a celebrity that you think is lame.
That's lame.
Yeah, some of you that sucks.
I mean, these days there's so many of them,
I
like
know.
with reality TV.
Reality, yeah.
Yeah.
What subcategory can we go into?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we could do two. Like, if you wanted to have a separate category, and you could do a reality show one, and then you could do another type of one if you need to.
Okay. I'll spill some tea on Nene Leakes. So for my old job back in New York, we would get to interact with celebrities all the time at these specific parties.
Yeah.
She was happy to take a picture, but you absolutely had to go to her, and she was in her spot for that night. And I was like,
Wait,
okay.
who is? I don't know who that is.
Laura.
Oh my God.
Leaks?
It's like a Bravo TV celebrity.
She is like one of the housewives.
Yeah.
Like notable
Oh,
one.
she's a housewife.
Yeah. Wait, so you had to what? You had
Okay,
to
I got my answer now.
down, and then you had to go to her.
Yeah, like she was placed, like she decided to pick a spot, and if you wanted a picture with her, you went to her. It wasn't like walking around.
Yeah, that's lame. That's pretty lame.
Yeah.
Hugo, what do you got?
Anyone from the Housewives?
Housewives is low-hanging fruit. That, and I'm seeing these answers. Kardashians.
Yeah, lots of
Kardashians too, as a whole.
Yeah. So here we go.
Just one.
Resell secrets of any Kardashian. That's low-hanging fruit, okay?
Yeah.
It should have been like no reality show people. Is there anybody?
Here's the problem with the Kardashians now is we can't be mad at Kim Kardashian anymore because she actually really did do something good. Like her whole prison reform stuff. Like,
where are we giving her that?
There you go, Kanye.
Yeah, Kanye for sure.
Kanye.
Yeah. I get really nervous about him or her running for president someday. I'm like, slow your political roll.
Yeah. Same.
Like her doing all that, like the TV show and stuff. I'm like, no, thank you. I'm trying to see everybody else answered. Yeah, people are saying, somebody said the entire Jersey Shore.
Oh, there she is.
Is that you with her?
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
And my friend.
I've seen memes of her before.
Yeah, that's why I recognize it because I've seen the meme.
Yeah.
Well, really gifts because I answer most text messages and gifts.
You've probably answered the ones with her.
Yeah, a lot.
Like,
I didn't know I was gifting.
Name a celebrity that I think is lame. And it's not a real. I don't know. You guys had Laura, did you answer?
I think I just agreed with everything. I mean, yeah, I would say any of the Kardashians. For
Yours,
sure.
Anne Hathaway. Was it
Anne
Anne
Hathaway? Yeah, that's the one.
Oh.
Didn't I tell you guys about like the long face?
Yeah.
You guys
The
have that?
reaction.
I don't remember that story.
No.
Oh, there's like there was an article that came out because a lot of people don't like Anne Hathaway for sometimes kind of no reason.
Yeah.
And there was an article that probably came out like 5 years ago, sometimes in the past 5 or 6 years. It was on CNN's website about it was like a study that people tend to not like people who have a longer face shape like hers.
People love Celine though.
That's true. I don't know. You should read the article because I'm not like articulating it the best, but it was
Are
interesting.
you talking about Celine Dion?
Yeah.
Because I feel like she wasn't always liked, though. She had a very long time period where nobody liked her, and now, like for fashion stuff, everybody's like
people picked on her all the time, from her marriage to her fashion to just
the greatest thing of the world.
Yeah, that's true.
Saturday Night Live, nobody.
Yeah, so Anne Hathaway, maybe that was one I had for a while, but then she went away. So somebody else said Kirsten Dunst. I'm like, yeah, I could put her in that bucket. I know, for no reason, I would say that. Okay, should I move on to the next one?
Oh, wait. Someone said Wendy Williams because she made fun of people with cleft lips and palates and because she's annoying. Yeah, amongst many other things she's said.
Yeah.
But I have been in the audience and it was a great time.
So you supported her.
This was years ago before she got real racy.
Oh, okay. All right.
To be fair.
I'll give you a pass. Okay. The next one is, what would you do if you were invisible for a day?
Ooh.
Like, where would you go? What would you do?
Well, even if we're invisible these days, we still can't leave the house.
In this scenario, you can. Where would you go?
What? Tori. You're so sweet.
Thank you so much. Love you and Bill. You guys are like the most supportive resellers in this community.
So sweet.
Thank you so much.
Well,
I know Bill put in there. So he asked why we haven't joined a Call of Duty game with him. We randomly play Call of Duty, and when we do, it's like at
1 a.m.
1, 2. Sometimes we're playing 3, 4 in the morning.
Yeah. If they want to join you at 1 a.m, you're game though, right?
Oh yeah.
No.
Your game though. Nice pun.
Witty.
Yeah.
Okay, so where would you guys go?
I don't know. My head's in food, so
I was gonna say you're probably gonna go and take all the food.
Yeah, I'd be like this creepy floating food person, disappearing like steaks and stuff. Like I'd go around to what I
You'd see
want.
a floating steak. in a restaurant.
You wouldn't like go to the White House.
Nah.
I'd really go to Disneyland.
Going there.
I know,
All the
Disneyland.
rides.
We'll go behind like all the closed doors at Disneyland.
No, maybe like movie studios and go behind the scenes. Mhm.
Yeah, that could be interesting.
Oh, that's a good one, Hugo. Like, go to the next whatever movie series and just like be on set, but not be seen.
Oh, Chrissy has a good answer. Look at this. She said, if I was invisible, I'd follow my kids around all day and see what they really do.
What your kids are doing all day now.
Yeah.
And then it goes to the next level. Can you interact, or is she just watching without any control, yelling, and nobody?
She's messing with them.
It feels a smack on the face.
Yeah, that's funny. Look at this answer. Haunt all the people that have hurt me in my life.
Could you do? I mean, I couldn't do that all in one day. So.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Somebody, Wendy said she would rob a bank.
You just see
These
dollar
days we
bills
all
going into a bag.
Wendy gave the real answer. We're all being shy.
Well, no, until you rob the bank, and then one of the ink packs blows up, and they can see you now.
Yeah, exactly. Did I tell you guys I rented that Invisible Man?
Oh.
Yeah, you mentioned it.
Oh, how
Yeah.
was it?
It's good. Like you have to pay a premium because you're essentially paying like movie theater
ticket.
prices. So it was like $20, but I liked it. I thought it was good. It's worth the 20 if you want to feel like you're seeing a brand new movie from theaters, because it is. I recommend it. So
Is this anything like Hollow Man?
oh, I'm trying to
ever see
remember that
that?
one.
Yeah, I remember Hollow Man.
Did. No. Maybe.
I think because this one's supposed to be more throwback, like the original Invisible Man.
Yeah, this is
which I
the
haven't seen.
Key and Peele movie, right? Or
King?
No, I know who you're talking about, but no, is it?
yeah, one of them is the director.
And he
Oh,
directed
right.
it.
That
He
guy.
produced it.
Jordan Peele?
Yeah, I think he's the one that did Invisible Man, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we were watching.
It's Elizabeth Moss stars in it.
Yeah, it's his movie.
Oh, wow.
It was good. I recommend
Denali,
that.
Or no?
what platform did you watch it on or rent it?
I did it on iTunes, but it's probably on
Oh, I saw it on Amazon.
YouTube or Amazon or anything like that.
Amazon.
Oh, I lied.
Amazon.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Let's see.
Wait, Bill, why no to that movie?
Chrissy said $20. $20. Sell
Well,
one share of American
You have to
Eagle.
pretend. You have to pretend that you're in a movie theater though, because you
Yes.
can't physically go. So
Yeah, and then
Weird.
if you think about it, at least in LA, $20
That's-
does not get you 2 tickets to the theater.
Exactly. That's the thing. Like even at that, because like my husband and I watched it, obviously. So it was like, okay, $10 a person. That's still actually cheaper than what it would have been to see in the theater.
yeah.
So yeah. Okay.
I just looked up the movie, and
Yeah.
I didn't realize this, but drive-in theaters are still open.
Oh yeah, they're doing really well, especially in California.
I didn't even think about
Where are
that.
they in California?
There.
The
Out
ones
there.
I knew turned into swap meets.
Yeah, it's the one,
by us
like,
turned into
the one where the
Austin.
swap meets are in
Yeah.
Montclair.
Oh, Montclair. Okay, the one down by Santa Ana.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I guess there's social distancing at the your
Yeah,
6.
because you don't actually get out of your car. You're not supposed to get out of your car.
Yeah, the concession is probably closed. I would hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hope. Yeah. So interesting. Okay. Any other answers for Invisible? Is that all we got? I think I would. Shoot, I don't know. Maybe I'd go to the White House
I was gonna say I liked that answer that you gave. The
Yeah.
White House. I
Or
think that
some
just to
some
walk around
national.
and touch everything.
well, just to listen in on the conversations right now.
Yeah.
Maybe like something historic, like the White House, like maybe the Louvre at night, like, and you'd be unaffected by the lasers and could.
Yeah.
But I mean, it'd be like the day you go to the White House, the day nothing happens. Like, really?
Yeah.
I chose today?
I think I just like want to go see all the rooms, you know, because so many of the rooms are like so famous, like so and so slept here, or so, you know what I mean? Like, or I have to imagine like, well, if the current president didn't redecorate too much, like, but there's just like all the old furniture that's probably like this chair. George Washington made this chair or something, you know what I mean? Like something crazy historical. I don't know. All right. Should I move on to my next one?
Yeah.
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 Okay. If you could live in any TV home, which TV home would it be that you watched growing up? Think of all the sets that you watched. Hannah Montana, Full House, Saved by the Bell, 90210, Melrose Place.
OG 90210, Kelly's house.
Ooh, was it nice? I don't remember.
Kelly or Steve? Yeah, because their parents were rich.
Oh, they were like the rich.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember.
That's probably
what their
down the
houses
street.
Look like.
I
I
didn't
only
watch it.
remember Brandon's house. 'Cause
Mm.
That's where they
Brenda.
would always go.
Yeah.
Brady Bunch,
Fresh Prince. Okay.
Fresh Prince. That was
Oh,
it.
Fresh Prince.
Friend's apartment. Oh, Friend's apartment.
Yeah,
Fact.
the friend's apartment.
Fun
Mhm.
fact. Like Central Park was never filmed in Central Park. You guys know that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's filmed over the hill in Burbank
Back here.
on a patch of grass that's like this big.
I'm reading some of the answers. People are saying Brady Bunch, Friend's apartment.
Sabrina.
Sarah.
Yeah, the Sabrina. Which
Party
one though?
Pride.
The new one or the old one?
Which
the
one?
new one. The new one. Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Probably-
the new one is like. that's pretty-
Ooh, how about I forgot their name. What is it? The Treehouse Robinsons or Rob? What?
Oh,
The,
yeah, what is Swiss Family Robert?
there you
Oh,
go.
Yeah.
Oh, Chip and Joanna Gaines. Those are
That's
those
a
like
good
house
one.
flippers.
Yeah, that does count.
Yeah.
The OG
Let me get
Charmed house.
shiplap.
Shiplap everywhere.
Shiplap everywhere. Shiplap toilet paper.
There was any house on Gossip Girl.
Ooh.
I Love Lucy. Was hers a house or an apartment?
Hers was in a.
An
yeah,
apartment. I think
apartments.
it always was an apartment, even.
Yeah, because wasn't it like downstairs, upstairs apartments?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ooh, Chrissy said American Horror Story Coven House.
Ooh, there's a lot of spooky houses on this list.
Yeah, what is that?
It was.
Sabrina.
I like Murder House.
Which one?
The first one?
The first house, Murder House. The first LA home.
Oh yeah, that was a nice house.
Wait. How are we not saying Smart House from the classic Disney movie?
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh yeah.
You wouldn't have to leave. It'd be perfect for quarantine because you could have the claw go out and get your mail and bring it back.
Yeah.
Oops. Laverne and Shirley's apartment. There's some good answers. Oh, look at this one.
Bates House.
Oh my gosh, I love these answers. Okay.
Does Gilligan's
this-
Island as a whole count?
Oh, the Ozark house is really nice.
That is
Like
nice.
if
It's
you
very
put
mid-century
home.
murdery.
Mm-hmm.
Someone
Yeah.
said Downton Abbey. 100%. That's really called
Ooh,
Highclere
yeah.
Castle.
Oops.
Oh my
didn't mean to click
I
that
want to
one.
go so bad.
Yeah. Oh, Home Alone house. Yeah, Lauren, that was a cool house.
Yep.
That
Kevin.
was pretty awesome. Yeah, I don't know if I have a house. Maybe Blake, when you said Fresh Prince, I would have.
Someone said it. Someone said it in the chat.
Yeah, that one's a good one because remember they'd always say stuff about like the pool house, and I was like, "What? What's a pool house?" It's like
Yeah.
a house with
Yeah.
a pool. What is that? I just thought I was like, "Wow, that's like those must be really wealthy people." Oh, this is a good answer.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably similar to your smart house one.
Who thought that, like watching the Jetsons, that we would maybe be in that lifestyle by now? Because I did.
Yes.
Yes, I am yet to hear the noise anywhere in my life. Like growing up, I thought maybe that should have been my answer with the first one.
Yeah.
I grew up thinking I was gonna hear a lot more.
Oh my god. Okay. Laura, did you answer? Did you have one for that?
Oh, oh yeah, I said the Gossip Girl houses.
Okay.
Any of those.
I thought, yeah, there's quite a few people said that one. Okay. This is maybe a more serious one, but you can make it lighthearted if you want. It says, what's one choice you really regret? Like a choice you made that you really regret. Ooh, Blake's face all the time.
I've got one.
Okay,
And
Blake,
everybody in the chat, everyone in the chat, what's one choice you really regret?
Yeah. Let's do the chat first.
Oh. You want to see how serious everyone else will get, so that's how serious you'll get.
Well, no. Okay, wait. If we want people to open up, I'll be truthful. Okay, so one seasonal holiday between college, I worked at Macy's at the fragrance counter. Would you like a spritz? And I accidentally, on purpose, took a little advantage of the free samples, and from that, I got asked to never come back, and I can never work at Macy's, Bloomingdale's, ever.
Oh, did you take advantage of the samples? Meaning, like you just like stole some of the product?
No.
Or just
I guess
kept using it on yourself.
technically it was stealing, and I'm not that person. But
Yep. No
like
judgment.
I would have gotten taken out in handcuffs if there was 1 penny on any of that stuff. But it was all free samples, so like there was no value.
Oh,
Was it something that everybody else was doing? Because we used to have, when I worked at Nordstrom, they
That's
would
a lot of
literally
Nordstrom.
like, they would just have like a clear out. Like it was like a grab
Yeah.
bag of stuff. So
Well,
that's,
I threw around the word gratis because that's like the free stuff the counters will send you
Yeah.
to take home. But they were like, no. And I was like, okay, whatever. I mean, it wasn't like a shopping bag full, but it was a couple things, whatever.
yeah.
Live and
Sorry.
learn, and I'm embarrassed by that.
Yeah, but similar to what Laura said, I worked at Nordstrom and I know people that work at Nordstrom, and to this day at Nordstrom, that's allowed. The sample, big hand, like big bags full of them. Like a friend gave me a bunch recently. Yeah.
I mean, I have an old coworker, her partner works at loss prevention for Bloomingdale's that owns Macy's.
Yeah.
And she's like, if you ever wanted to work there, we could get this wiped because you stole like a perfume sample, like whatever.
Right.
It's not like I stole like real sellable product.
Yeah.
But never again and never.
Yeah.
Lesson learned.
You got one, Laura?
I feel like I have so many of them. I mean, like we talked about on your podcast, even a lot of the regrets that I have. I feel like that was like my whole podcast episode. Yeah, just being, young and stupid with money and not,
Yeah.
all the basics of that.
Yeah.
I think that's a good one for me too, related to money. Early on, and I didn't know anything. My parents, it's not their fault. They didn't really know much or how to teach me finances.
Yeah.
So early on, I put in about a $2,000 on credit card sound system into a tiny beat up car that rattled like crazy because I had no trunk. It was all speaker.
Yeah.
It had glittery paint and black rims.
Oh, now it's glitter.
Yeah, it's glitter. I used to call it metallic, but let's be real, it was glitter. I regret having it. I mean, I got credit score because I started that, but I did not need $2,000 on credit of giant sound. Like it would make my ears like vibrate like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Tiffany?
It's probably the money thing too, like just being dumb and irresponsible with money, because like I worked at the post office for years and I had when I left, I took out my thrift savings plan money, but instead of like investing it, we had matching cars and I had a really nice like tuner car. And we put a lot of money into the tuner car, which I don't have anymore because the gas was so expensive. Yeah. But it was like, buying a car that I didn't need, a wasteful car, that the money probably would have been better off spent somewhere else.
Yeah.
But I did have the car, so.
Yeah.
But don't you find now that because of that instance, you're much more... Maybe you've made a purchase, but you're like...
Bill made a good point. Like, he doesn't really regret anything because everything you've done makes what you are today.
Right.
Yeah.
So similar, yeah, because...
You'd be learning a lesson at some point in your life.
Exactly. So. Like, if we hadn't been dumb with money, we wouldn't be more responsible with it now,
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, someone brought up a great point. Financial literacy should be part of high school curriculum. Absolutely.
Yep,
anything with a loan going into college, you should like be taught on how to manage that.
Yeah, because I remember we had life skills, which meant typing as fast as you could make a plant grow in a game. Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't think they really talked about like credit score and like loans. And now that I do financial aid for people, and I'm the one that's explaining to people, hey, if you don't need this loan, do not
take it.
Yeah, but then a lot of people are like, but they're offering me like $3,000 more than I need.
But I know like talking to adults now who are trying to transition into a new career path and they're coming in for loans, and I'm looking at their financial history and I'm like, hey, you have student loans, right? Half of them don't even know they have student loans out, which means they're not paying it back.
Mm-hmm.
but they didn't even realize that they had loans to begin with because they were never talked to about it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
My whole theory around all that kind of stuff is like the generation before us they grew up knowing how to balance a checkbook because they had no option to, like they had to know what was in their bank account because they didn't, they couldn't look online. Whereas with us, we've just gotten so lazy with it. And, I think there's like a huge difference between how our generations look at money because of that.
100%.
Yeah. I think for me, and I've made a lot of money mistakes. I don't know that I regret that. I don't know that I regret them because, and maybe it's like the little hustler in me, but it's like, I can always come back from it. Even like going through this thing now, I don't know if you guys feel similarly about this, but it's like, okay, we're going to go through some maybe more challenging economic times personally for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
But I know, I'll be fine because I've always known how to make money.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain that or say it more eloquently. That's just how I feel about it. The thing I more regret is when I was younger, just not seeing how much I liked reselling and then realizing it was a thing. And then not to turn this around to be reselling, but that is something I regret. Not having done it sooner. Like, cause I was selling on eBay in 96, right? 97. I was in 7th grade, right? Like, what could I have done in that time? But I felt the pressures of my parents just being like, no, what you do is you graduate high school and you go to college and you get a 9-to-5 job that pays a salary. And that's what you do. And that's your life. And no shade to my parents. Like that's what their parents told them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
But that's, I wish that we all had realized I was just an entrepreneur.
Think about this room. I feel like I'm on a plane where you have like nobody sitting next to you.
Yeah. So anyways, that's my regret. Because man, I was selling on Amazon in 2002, you guys. What if I had stuck with that?
Ooh.
Well, you also, there's a giant factor that you can't predict here is that who knew the internet would create businesses that are so relied on and like, take Google, for example. Google, a website, became a verb in our language,
Right.
Google it.
Google
Right.
it. Yep, that's true.
It's like just like Uber. Oh, I'm Ubering, but it's like a reference to rideshare.
Right.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. Yep, that's totally true. I know that's the stuff that you can't predict. You'll never know or be certain. So, okay. Well, I think we did all of ours. What was my next one? What is the best piece of advice you've ever... Oh, wait, you know what? Before we go on, I guess to say some of everybody else's, because I don't want to ignore the chat. I saw some funny ones. Somebody said their first and last perm. Someone said a lot of people agreed with the money. Oh, this one's interesting. Serena Lee said dating men for the better part of 25 years.
She could be terrible.
Let's see. Not believing in myself to start a business sooner. Fit for Flair said. Mindy said getting back with her ex 55 times. The 56th time you learn, though.
Yeah.
Oh, this Victoria is a good one.
Yeah, I think we all feel that right now.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Oh, this one. Yeah, not getting to spend more time with family. Turning down the right guy. Yikes.
The one that got away, as they say.
How about this one? There's always time for second chances.
Coming up.
You got a chance at this.
Yeah, you can right your wrongs. Okay, I'll take that one down. Okay, let's see. My next question that I got is, what's the best piece of advice you've ever received? It can be serious, funny, whatever you want, guys. Chat, I want to hear your answers too. What's the best piece of advice you've ever received?
Ooh, we had a high school teacher, Mr. Chavez, who passed away from cancer, but he was an advocate for choosing the right career path for yourself, because he would always tell us, like, if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life.
Mm-hmm.
So I've always taken that to heart.
So Tiffany, you were like, okay, I'm gonna do 8 jobs.
Yeah.
I love
Because I
all.
love them all.
I love all things.
I'm gonna have my cake and eat it too.
And then have a cookie on the side.
And some tater tots.
But no, I think growing up, my dad would always tell me, and he used more inappropriate words in Spanish, but basically if something looked like poo and smelled like poo, there's no need to go and taste it to make sure it's poo.
Taste it? That's amazing.
Yep, so I mean, different words and in Spanish would sound 10 times more intense, but yes. Right now,
In
if,
Spanish.
well, no, I'm not gonna say those words in Spanish.
If it smells like
Yeah.
yeah.
No. Like it probably sounds like really cool if you said it in Spanish, and you know. it's
Well, it
not
would be
gonna-
something like, si parece
Denali, it's your
caca,
channel.
si
You're the
huele
one
a
who
caca.
demonetized.
They're not gonna pick, they're not gonna pick up on Spanish, are they?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Anyway. Okay. All right. That's
Yeah.
good. What about you,
If it
Laura?
smells like it, tastes like, or why do you have to go taste it, basically?
Yeah. Don't.
For me, I think, and if my parents are watching this right now, which they probably are, my dad always.
Hey, Mom, hey, Dad.
Hi, Mom and Dad.
How's Vegas?
My dad always says it's
Seven.
always. What's that?
I said put it all on red. Put it all on 7.
Yeah. My dad always says it's always a matter of perspective, and I've always liked that one. I think that's pretty
Yeah.
accurate. But it's also one of those things that he'll say it like when you're probably wrong at something, so you like hear it and you're like, like
Yeah.
he'll say it in a way that sometimes if you're in trouble or something like that, like it just jabs at you. But it's pretty accurate. Everything really is a matter of perspective.
That's really true. What about you, Blake?
Quickly before I give my answer, we need to talk about the fact that if we were invisible, why are none of us going to the casino to look at the cards?
That's true. Oh, the game's fixed?
Yes, and we have an in-person person. We can stand behind them and whisper, "They've got aces," you know?
True.
You know, and then we could really win, and they could be like,
But then
"There's
you
no
could
one behind them."
You could just rob a bank too.
I guess
Might be faster.
maybe if you're a social person.
Yeah, okay. You really want to do a team effort. Okay,
Yeah,
got it.
And then for my best piece of advice, trust your instinct. I mean, the older I get, the more like I start to feel something in my body that's like, nope, that's not right.
Yeah.
And there's like a sense of like you get excited, you get that energy feeling of like, oh my God, it's almost like the dopamine hit, like, oh my God, this is it. I'm going to do this. I'm going to choose that. I'll buy that. And it's like, no, don't. There's like something that's holding you back.
Yeah.
Trust that.
Yeah. No, I'm with you there.
Yes, Bill.
Yeah, the best piece of advice I got probably about 10 years ago from my brother. And I was complaining about something that somebody else that was close to us got to do, and I didn't get to do. I was like, nah, they had to do that, and I don't get to do that. And my brother said, Denali, closed mouths don't get fed.
Yeah.
And you just
Closed
told me
mouths
that
don't
today.
get fed. What you don't ask for, you won't get in life. And I was like, and at first I got really like, I was just like shut up, But then I thought about it and I was like, he's right. Like, I'm not asking. Like, if I wanted to do that, why didn't I just ask?
Right.
And I did later, and I get to do it. And Tiffany and Hugo did it with me this past year too, which was working at a film festival. But I never asked about doing it, and so I never would get to do it. So you just have to ask for things, and then also be prepared that the answer might be no.
And that's okay. And you
It has to be
Well, the best thing is the one answer you can like already agree with is like, oh, they're gonna say no. Okay, so it doesn't happen. Just like if I didn't say anything, it wouldn't happen.
right, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, that was my best piece. I'm gonna look at what people in the chat said. Let me scroll.
I liked Chrissy's. She put something up that was.
Oh, okay.
Too.
Bill says, "Don't be a dumb." I liked this one. Estate Sell Evie said, "You're allowed to change your mind."
Yes.
So true.
People don't allow that to happen in society right now. The cancel culture is like, you say one thing and then you can't say the opposite because
Yeah, you can't learn
win.
from anything or
Yeah.
Estate
Yep.
sale Evie.
She's
No.
awesome. Her and her husband own, I believe, a music shop in Anacortes, Washington. So
Oh,
if I'm getting that correctly, she can correct me in the chat. Here's a good one. Don't say yes when you want to say no. This
yeah.
one, first show up. This is a good one. Your eyes are in front of your head for a reason. Yep. I'm going. What's this one? It's never too late to become what you might have been. Bill is the comedian.
Well, I think that goes along with the same as what my dad said.
Yeah.
This is a good one. I agree with this. I spent a lot of time in my life thinking about what other people would think about me. And then I realized nobody thinks about you. The only person thinking about you is you.
If you see me randomly like walking in the street, you'll realize I don't think about what anyone thinks when I.
Okay, here's Chrissy's. My uncle told me that it's easy to give money, but your most valuable commodity is time, and to always give back to community and loved ones with time and personal investment. It's true. It is easy to throw money at a lot of stuff, but your time is super precious, and giving it to others is how you can honor people.
Yep.
Or be of help or service. This one's a nice one. My mom always said, we'll figure it out. We always do. I love that. Let's see. Bill said, hi, Laura's parents. Laura, wait, where'd that one from Lauren go? She said, if it looks like a duck and quacks like a duck.
It's a goat.
Tiger.
Tiger then. Yeah. Estate sale Evie. Yes, she said I was right. The business open side 1978. I don't know if that's what it's called.
I think that's what it's called.
Okay, cool. How do I take down this last one? Okay, let me go to my next question, which was, name a product or service you love so much that you'd happily be that company's spokesperson, paid or unpaid. Obviously unpaid. You'd happily be their spokesperson. What's something that you have in your life, or maybe it also could be if it's an organization that you care about. I'll accept those answers.
I would be happy to be the spokesman for bread.
Wonder
I will
Bread?
help and sell you on bread.
Have a passion. Be brand loyal.
Sourdough bread.
Ew. Oh no, wait. Do you go to Disneyland?
Yeah.
Because they have the bread ball.
That's
Yeah,
what
the bread bowls.
Sourdough bread bowl. What do you guys have? What are your answers?
Can you say the question again?
Name a product or service you love so much that you'd happily be that company's spokesperson. So some people in the chat are saying, Bora Bora Jen said Starbucks. Chrissy said Disney Cruise. I mean, not now, but yeah.
Yeah.
Fit for Flair said boxed wine. Let's see. Not related to the question, but a really nice one. Blake, this one's for you.
I'm responding back to her. Hey, girl.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Shout out to Uptown Girl.
Oh, wait. You've learned one of my dances? Oh, my.
Oh. I don't know what this is. Do you guys? Oh, wait. No, that one. Well, tacos is a great answer.
Yeah.
That's what we have to click
That's a good
on.
one.
What's this one? Swan's Neck Mirror?
The Swan's Neck Mirror.
I don't know. Please explain.
Context, Deborah, please.
I gotta Google it.
What do you got, Laura? Is there something that speaks to you in life?
I feel like I have a whole list of things that I'm like, that would be like a dream for them to sponsor me. Cause especially like three, especially with YouTube, like people get sponsored by camera companies. So like Canon, if they sponsored me, I'd be stoked on that. We already talked about getting sponsored by Squarespace, because that's a big one for creatives.
But is there something in your life that you're using? I mean, the cameras, you are using cameras, but is there something that you're like, I love this thing so much. I could go unpaid for this. I would take this one to the death with me.
I feel like you'll appreciate this the most actually, because I've used Proactive since I was like 17 years old. So literally my entire adult life I've used Proactive. So I'm like, man, they want to sponsor me. I'll take that.
Yeah, there you go. Start putting
I got the before and after pictures.
Yes. Send yours in.
You have great skin, Laura.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, there you go. Blake, did you have an answer? Tiffany?
I have an answer. Mine would be if money was not an issue, like needing to provide for myself.
Yeah.
I would work nonprofit for the LA LGBT Center because
Oh,
that's where I volunteer on a regular basis.
Oh,
Unfortunately,
cool.
not now. But that's the downside of nonprofits.
Yeah.
Is there's not a lot of money in them, and I'm at a point where I wouldn't make enough to sustain my lifestyle. So I would love to. Maybe one day.
What do you do when you volunteer? What's your role?
Most of the time it's around events. So setting up for events, or I'm usually like a greeter checking people into the events. I work all the prides. I work all the tentpole events really. And I don't know, they're just so much fun. I get to meet people who are like me and just expand, ideas and just be around people that I might not normally be around.
Yeah. That's a good
one. I love it. It's the one and first thing I did when I first moved to LA. I was like, where can I go to like be around people like me?
Yeah.
And like make friends. And I've been there volunteering for just about 4 years.
That's awesome. That's cool. That's a good answer. What about you, Tiffany?
Okay, well, I really liked earlier. What was the name again? Something deals, hanger deals, tacos. Because I'm team tacos. I would totally tacos, coffee, and then Apple products because like we are Apple everywhere. So laptop, our desktop. I've had an iPhone for the last 12.
I think you had the first iPhone.
No, I didn't.
Oh, the second one. Still a long time ago.
I think I started like on iPhone 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yours had buttons.
My had buttons.
She loves it.
I think it was like 2007 was my first iPhone. But ever since 2007, I love
Apple.
Team Apple. Like I have like the hardest time trying to figure out a PC, but I could just feel like the Apple products just make life easier for everything, especially when for work, like reselling wise. I love using the Apple stuff for everything.
Yeah.
But I would advocate for tacos every day.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I like that you guys have tacos and sourdough bread.
Yeah.
Oh, I like bread. Oh, a good cut with some like gourmet butter.
Ooh, bone marrow butter.
Bone marrow, and sorry, I know we have vegans in there.
Hey, the vegans, thumbs up if you want Hugo to go vegan. So there we go.
Yeah.
Vegan butter is good. I also have the vegan butter.
I like vegan butter.
Wait, I love me a good plant-based burger. Oh my God, they're so good.
There we go.
I haven't had the Impossible Burger yet, but I've had some good veggie burgers.
The Beyond Burger is really good.
I haven't tried any of those.
Yeah, I haven't tried either one of those.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, it's kind of they're kind of pricey.
My product would probably be similar maybe to Laura's because now I'm just piggybacking off yours. I do use Proactive, but for forever I used and still do because I like to mix it up every once in a while. The Neutrogena, the golden pump face wash.
Oh yeah.
I've used that forever. It's always been like Allure magazine's like in their top whatever beauty product they recommend. It's worked for me. So I don't know. I didn't think about my answer enough.
I have a product answer.
Yeah.
My Sonicare toothbrush.
Oh yeah.
Dead ASS. That
cue the little sparkle.
Ding ding ding. Kira. Ding 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 ding. That has been if you can make an investment in your teeth, do it.
That's the one to do. Okay.
100.
I get the toothbrush heads every year for my birthday from my
same because they're expensive.
Yeah, it's a
Costco, man.
Yeah.
That's right. I don't have a Costco card.
Oh yeah, you guys gotta go in on that. I'm just looking at some of the answers. I like some of these. Oops, sorry, it went away. Dry
Oh,
shampoo.
Lori. Hey,
Oh.
Lori. She was in my coffee this morning. My passion coffee. Hey, girl.
Chrissy has a good one. Spokesperson for TikTok.
She is.
So addicting.
We were in Hawaii, and she sparked TikTok joy in me.
Oh my gosh, wait, Chrissy, do you know Adam Ray? Okay.
She
come here.
loves Adam Ray.
Hey, yo, come here.
Wait.
Hey, yo, I need a jungle.
That was really good.
Oh my god.
I can do it, but I don't want to like scream in the
If
microphone.
anyone in the chat is not following Adam Ray, he is also on Instagram, but you have to follow him on TikTok. He's the highlight of TikTok.
He's such a highlight on TikTok that yesterday I found like the official Netflix account, and Netflix has been using him to do reaction videos to Netflix shows.
Stop.
Yes.
God,
Probably
get
so
paid
much
for that.
money.
Yeah.
Wow.
Everyone that's like, but how does TikTok pay? Netflix, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, and that's the thing. That's a good answer, Pop Sockets. That's the thing with TikTok that I don't think people realize is how it's really a jumping off place for your other social media. Like it's entertaining to watch the videos and stuff, but it is the only social media app that if you link your Instagram there, when people click it, it leaves TikTok and goes to your Instagram. No other social media app that I'm aware of will exit their app and take you to another one.
Correct.
So it's low-hanging fruit to get followers on other platforms like your YouTube account or whatever the case might be.
It's also like the conversation around TikTok is how do you monetize it? I don't think you can. Just like Vine, there's not enough time.
You just said this. I guess at 1,000 subs, you can start accepting like payment in your live videos.
They're GIFs, which are like literally stickers. Like, today I collected 3 motorcycles, a cherry, and a Donald Duck. And
so how much is that?
I have no idea. But
it converts weird because I've been in some of the lives and I click the buttons and it's definitely like not a 1-to-1 equation. You get like 100 coins for like $5 or something like that. And then you can choose to give out 1 coin, 2 coin. You can give out like larger increments, right? Like the larger amount of increments you would give, maybe, I don't know, you get noticed more or whatever the case might be. So yeah, so that's one way how they're getting paid, but also the advertising. And also agreed to this, what Chrissy said, how crazy fast you can grow on TikTok. I mean, yeah, you can get subs very, very quickly. So hi to everyone who's just joining us in the chat. I see
everybody.
Vasquez Vintage. They're from Washington. They're not far from me. So okay, that was my list of my questions. I know that took like a little while for mine, but I do have some. If you guys will let me ask you the ones that we got from Instagram. Can I ask you?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Okay. So one person said, I don't know if they want their usernames being said, so I won't say them, but this person asked, where are you guys sourcing from these days, if at all? And they also sent virtual hugs to everybody.
Oh, virtual hug.
Laura's like, okay, I guess.
Wait, Laura just put out
Laura's like,
Laura, you put out a video today about sourcing, right?
Yeah.
I did, yeah.
So tell us.
Spill the tea, Laura.
Not all the tea, because go to her channel, watch that video, but give us some tips.
Well, I actually decided just in general not to source anymore. I mean, I'm still going to source my house and stuff like that. If Reggie or my boyfriend has stuff that he wants to sell, I'll sell that for him. But otherwise, I just feel like right now I'm in this like thought process of if I can't get to it, why should I ask someone else to put their self in a situation to get it for me kind of thing.
Right.
So that's where I'm at right now. I definitely, I even talked about in the video how I did that already. Like I already ordered something that was, it wasn't wholesale, but it was still product for my store. So
yeah. I did an unboxing today on my channel of a ThreadUp box. But I had ordered the box back in like the first or second week of March. So it was kind of when I knew things were like getting weird. And And I truthfully had ordered it because my friend Hillary had ordered one and she was like, hey, it was really good. And I was like, okay, I've never done a mixed clothing box or whatever I ordered. So I got 26 items for $60. ThredUp does still have the rescue boxes on their website. So they haven't in probably a month or more that I've seen. They haven't been restocking any of the boxes. So things have been going to sold out. So I'm not sure if they're packing new boxes or like, do they ever pre-pack boxes? I don't know how it works. You know what I mean? In their warehouse, and also, I should have looked. I wonder, where's the box? I was going to say what state it came from. They have like 3 different fulfillment centers.
Yeah.
So, there was those like 9 states that were not shelter in place. So I don't know if one of them was from there, but I wasn't sure if I was even going to get my box. I had contacted ThredUp. Actually it was probably just like 3 days ago and was like, hey, it's been 3 weeks, almost a month. Just wondering if I'm going to get this. And then it actually showed up a few days later. So that's how I got some recent inventory.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
Well, we just KonMari'd the house. So we have like a giant IKEA bag of stuff over here that we're going to list. And the Posh Fest, the party that we went to that Denali hosted, the pre-Posh party.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You guys had given out the little samples, the clay mask samples. It came in these little purple tubes. Yeah. They resell.
Sweet.
So,
I never got one of those.
Like when we were leaving, I just grabbed whatever was on the table because there was like a bunch left over, but it was like the end of the night. Yeah. So I grabbed a bunch on our way out, and then I just put in like my little beauty box or whatever. And then when we were KonMari'ing, I was like, I'm never going to go through all of these little tubes. So I went online and they were selling in like packs of 3 on eBay for like $15-$20 or something like that. Yeah. So I'm going to sell those. And then Hugo just saw my family and it was my aunt. She basically KonMari'd her closets. And so
it didn't look KonMari'd when I went over there.
She KonMari'd her closets. And so I think we have like 6 trash bags full of inventory. And she started sending me pictures of some of the items. And she had Citron. She had some Free People and Anthro pieces in there. She sent me a picture. I was like, hey, that's really good. Besides the Citron, she had a few Citron pieces in there that she was like, oh, I'm done. I don't want it anymore.
Yeah.
Here
you go.
I am curious though for ThredUp how they are operating.
Yeah.
No, and then also in the backyard we're cleaning up the outside. Random stuff.
Yeah.
I found an old danger high voltage metal sign, like the ones you would put in front of something dangerous.
Yes.
It's all rusted and everything, but rusted they're selling for $20-$25. I was like, I'll sell this sign for $25.
Yeah.
Oh, we have an ammo box that we found today.
Mm-hmm. I got a big ammo
box that sells for like $40-$50. So we were just cleaning through the backyard and we put aside a bunch of stuff that we're going to list.
Nice.
Random things that people find value in things.
Yeah, that's the truth. I mean, it's like, that's the stuff I'm not excited to sell necessarily, but hey, we're in that situation now where it's like, I can go through my house and all those things I'm not excited to sell, they do sell. So I'm going to sell them. But on that note, I was going to say to you, Blake, I don't know if you were cleaning or whatever this past week, but I saw you advertising your Alexa for sale. So I thought, oh, is Blake going through some stuff?
Yes, I am. So I've gradually been doing it. I mean, I live minimally, so I really don't have that much stuff to get rid of. Especially when it comes to clothes. I really don't have excess clothing.
Yeah.
But I got free Google, like the Google Assistant thing, and I got 2 of them. So I set that up in my home, but I had an Alexa. So I was like, I don't need this. And it comes with a smart plug, so let me try to sell it. No, I got it from my Instagram, but I'll put it on eBay or something.
We'll advertise here.
Oh yeah, if you're looking for an Amazon Echo with an Alexa-enabled smart plug, so you could be like, Alexa, turn on the lamp. Guess what? That biatch will do it.
You were living in a smart home and you didn't even know it.
Well, a
Exactly.
cool thing that you could use the smart plugs, because I'll use them for that too, is
To
it's
scare people?
well, besides scaring people, but if you have a light box or lights for your like
for
film, like for
photography?
photography for your items, sometimes it's annoying to get to the plug or to be switching them on and off. And if you have them all plugged into one, like we have two lights that we're using right now, so we have them all plugged into the same wall plug. Whether you're using the app or a voice command, you can turn on your lights in one shot, turn them off. Same with like our stuff in the garage. So on the way to the garage, we can turn on the lights.
Or the air conditioning during the summer.
Yeah, that's smart.
I've done it for the air conditioning, but from I don't know if it's my router or my modem, but the Wi-Fi cuts out. So when I would try to program it or turn the AC on when I was still at work to get it ready for when I come home in the summer, it wouldn't work. The plug works itself, but just my internet connection's not that
And
good.
another thing you could always do with the plugs is you could always do schedules. So like we have schedules for the plugs, so like the porch light turns on at a certain time,
Oh yeah.
stuff like that. So you could always do that.
Yeah.
Well, Blake, how much do you want for it?
I don't know.
Hello.
Yeah, I don't know.
$1 million.
Give me an offer. At this point, just shoot me an offer. Tell me what you think you want to pay for it, and I'll see if it works for me.
Okay. All right.
I mean, listen, we are in a time where I'm feeling very fine with letting things go. So
So best offer wins.
best offer wins.
Okay, next question that came in was best advice for a beginner. I'll go. Sell through your home, which is what we were just saying.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
buy-
what I was about to
don't
go
buy
back
stuff.
to.
Sell through your closet.
Yep.
If you're done with your closet, that's ask friends and family. And then once the world is normal again, go to the thrift store.
Yeah,
Totally.
it's just it's the lowest risk, I guess would be the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
But like, you're bound to make mistakes reselling. I made mistakes shipping where I didn't charge enough and there was no profit after shipping because I messed up, or ship something and messed it up. But since it came out of our house, even though we might have initially bought it some time ago, it wasn't invested money that hurts a lot more.
Yeah.
I think doing your own research is a big one as a beginner, because as a beginner, I don't know if the same goes for all of you, but we watched a lot of YouTube, right? But it was like we watched a lot of YouTube and we did learn from it, but it was just going off what the person on YouTube said. We assumed, okay, so this is going to sell well. But if you did the right research, hey, that video came out X amount of months ago, right? But we were just trying to learn and listen. And instead of like checking comps correctly, we just bought the item because someone said it on the internet that it sold well for them.
Yeah. Yep. It's easy to get caught up in bolos and you need this and you don't need this and all that sort of stuff. Which,
Yeah. And I think bolos are different for every area too. You know, a bolo somewhere else where you're paying less at a thrift store for, you know, something that we would pay here in LA. It's
And what
totally
you're
different.
finding, like the stuff that we find in LA compared to someone in Arkansas or you know, somewhere in the Midwest. Like when we talk to Becky, she's out in Illinois. She finds a lot of Target and Forever 21. And at our thrift stores, like Blake, Laura, and us, we could walk into the thrift store and find Eileen Fisher,
Anything.
Anthropology. You know, it's really quick to find these items where we are.
Yeah, that's why it's hard for us to just tell people to go buy out because we're all different areas. And even like outside of talking about clothes, some people out there have nature to help. Like we're talking about people who buy and sell pine cones, but depends where you are. If you have really pretty pine cones, people will pay top dollar for a bag of pine cones because
it's free inventory.
And it's free inventory for you, one. But also, like, what people do with them is someone on Etsy will create a centerpiece for Christmas, and they might have bought pine cones from you for like $30-$50, but their centerpiece is selling for $50 and they only use one pine cone, you know, like, so people will use it for big stuff.
Ooh, why aren't we going to the beach and getting seashells?
Yeah, well, seashells or driftwood.
Driftwood.
Yeah.
People pay good money for driftwood.
You don't want it from the LA River, though, do you? Huh?
I mean, you know,
Probably not.
LA River.
Probably
might get a couple of needles on there, but
Those aren't nails.
not pine needles. Sorry. Yeah, Laura, what advice do you have?
I saw someone say you put up keep going, and I think that's a really good, especially when it comes to eBay, because with eBay, it's like you almost have to, like, it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to be a very slow process to build.
Yeah.
And I think getting past that, like, you're going to have this like barrage of scammers trying to hit you up and, you know, fake sales and all that kind of stuff. You just got to get past that hurdle, and then you're golden after that.
That's true. What about you, Blake?
I think it's perfect with what's on the screen right now. Don't compare yourself to others. But more specifically, don't look at people who are doing reselling now and have been the same as someone who's just starting out. So you might see good lighting, fancy equipment, fancy setups. You do not, absolutely do not need that to be successful. I do think it is a tool to elevate once you have a steady stream of income or a steady sales stream, but you do not absolutely need to invest in a ring light or a light box, etc. As long as you have your phone and some access to light, and you know, there's good tools on your iPhones, your Androids to brighten photos, change the warmth, make it cooler, make it warmer. You know, everything can virtually be free to start doing everything. And like the apps are free to download. Although someone in the chat, did you guys see someone in the chat asked about having 2 Poshmarks on your phone?
I think they wanted to know about having 2 closets.
Oh,
and then
2 closets.
Yeah.
And then possibly being able to view both of them from the app. But I think if you do have 2 closets, you would always have to log in and log out. Like there's not a way to toggle back and forth like you can with Instagram and having multiple accounts.
Right.
And then
Don't you have to get permission for 2 closets?
I think so. That's what Tori said.
Yeah, because it's
like that's a hard and fast rule, just like every hard and fast rule on Poshmark. Is it enforced? Don't ask me.
No, actually, it is because Courtney on Posh, she's an LA reseller. She and her sorority gals, all did Posh, and all of their closets got closed because it was all coming from the same internet link IP.
Oh,
so it might be connected to your internet, but also maybe get a used iPod Touch or something. You know, that has a camera. You could, you know, a separate device if that's the issue. I don't know.
Just VPN like a bunch of different closets.
Yeah.
Now I got some ideas all of a sudden.
Well, it's funny you said that, like the whole.
Oh, sorry. I was just saying this was a good one that you can be any age and start reselling.
Yeah, that's.
Yes, you are, Selena. 41 and rocking it.
Let's see. Oh, Blake and I were talking about this earlier. I was watching Blake's video today, and I was like, "Are you printing your labels?" I was like, "Do you have a thermal label printer?" And he said, "No." Now,
Stay tuned.
Rollo and Dymo, which is mentioned here, are 2 of many options for thermal label printers. Please, if anything, and here's another person who chimed in. They have a Zebra printer. Not sure. Is that a thermal also?
Yeah, and it's a good one.
It's a good one. So Zebra is what you'll see used at like Best Buy, like the actual commercial place.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so just be educated because you're going to hear about Rollo and Dymo the most because those are the most popular, but don't underestimate less expensive thermal label printer brands because they work just as good as any of the rest of them. It's the difference between buying something called tissue and Kleenex.
Yeah.
Yes. Generic versus brand.
Exactly. So
I will say Team Rollo.
Yeah.
I have a Dymo.
It's okay. I also used to have a Dymo. So
I'm just waiting for mine to crap out. Like, I'm sure it's any day now.
Yeah.
It heard you speak. Is it in the room with you? Because if it heard you, it's gonna.
It might not work.
Yeah, it hears you talking bad about it.
Oh.
That's how they die usually.
It is so embarrassed it's not going to print your next label.
Oh, sorry, buddy.
Yeah. People say that they've bought their thermal label or thermal printers secondhand. And that's not something, again, talking about being a new reseller, you don't need any of this stuff.
No.
As you start selling more and making more money, some things just sometimes feel right or make sense for your business because it's just like, maybe having a thermal label printer will expedite your process a little bit, not by much, but a little bit, and it will just make sense for you financially. So that's the right time to do those things. But day one of launching your reselling business is not necessarily the right time to buy a lighting kit and a thermal label printer and a full-size mannequin and a pallet of clothing from a wholesaler. And
like ultimately, like starting out, reselling should start with like minimal, if any, investment.
Yeah.
Like the only thing would be like printing being the issue. But like print at work. If you have a day job.
Library.
If you really need to, you could adjust your handling time so you could print at the library without rushing every day. You know, there's ways to make it work without even a printer.
Yeah. I'm jealous. Lavender Clothesline, her Dymo, the first one worked for 6 years. Mine only worked for 2.
Is
2 years?
Is there a warranty?
Probably not. No. Well, especially there's no warranty because if you don't use Dymo's labels, it voids the warranty that they provide for you. But the Dymo labels, of course, cost more than
$9 million.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think I've ever bought their specific labels.
Yeah. But that's awesome, Lavender Clothesline. I know, I mean, people, you know, it just goes one way or the other. You know, you're just like, it's like Pepsi and Coke. You have a preference. So,
yeah, I mean, I think with us, the first like reseller equipment we bought was the Rollo.
Yeah, because like picture-wise, we didn't get lights for a while. It was
because
awful
at the
lighting.
But at the time, we had a lot of windows in our place, so we had a lot of lighting. So we just worked with what we had. And then in terms of the reason why we got the thermal printer is because we're part-time sellers and we were working on, at the times, even now, same-day shipping.
Mm-hmm.
We needed reliable, quick shipping, and that's why we went with the thermal printer.
Yeah. Yeah, it just it'll make sense at some point for your business.
Yeah, but if you live in an apartment where you don't have good lighting, you're probably going to say, I need a lighting kit first. I'll deal with cutting paper.
Right. Exactly. It's like picking and choosing your battles. Okay. Let me ask you guys my next one. I think we all know this answer. This person says, does Poshmark pay sales tax or do they just report it for you to pay later?
They handle sales tax.
Yes.
But hold on. We are not tax professionals, consult a CPA and accountant. We are not tax professionals.
Yeah, disclaimer. I like that.
But yes, you don't have to worry about sales tax, which is a blessing. But that is not the same for eBay. I believe.
Now it is.
No, now it is. So like if you're just starting eBay, even in the last couple months or beginning of this year, eBay's been taking care of it now.
Yeah, I think pretty much legally every platform.
Yeah, now.
Yeah.
So have you ever noticed on your eBay sales more recently, like if you sell something and say it was $10 plus $4 shipping, you'll see that it came out that they paid like $16. And it's because it added shipping.
The tax.
I just want to say hi to Karen. I love Karen. I don't know if you guys watch her YouTube channel, but she's awesome. And her daughter, Melissa, has a channel as well. What is it? Fresh Blooming Clothing? Karen, tell us what is in the chat. I think it's Fresh Blooming Clothing.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Yeah, they're both awesome. So if you guys don't know them, follow them. So I think that kind of answers it, right? The tax question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Lauren, you're so sweet.
What? Oh, Lauren, thank you so much. Lauren's awesome. Lauren, when do we get another YouTube video from you?
Yeah. I'm trying to decipher the emojis. Are those this
tiger baby? Carol King killed her husband.
That's exactly what it is.
Carol Baskin.
And killed it with a kiss.
Yeah.
Kiss of death.
Yeah. Well, the sparkles has to be stand for exotic, Joe Exotic. Like
it's his sparkly shirt.
That's his sparkly shirt. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay. This is kind of going into maybe we don't need to answer this. Somebody said, any tips and resources for new resellers?
It's in the same realm as the other.
YouTube, Google. check your reselling, whatever for comps. Check eBay for comps. Check Poshmark for comps. If you're on Mercari, check that.
Yeah, comps. Because you
Comp.
don't want to give stuff away. And it doesn't matter at any point, right? We all make this mistake at some point. You underprice something because, and this happened, I was talking about with Laura last week. Something of mine sold like in a minute on eBay. And it's like, ooh, probably should have dug a little bit deeper. But I did.
As long as you didn't get any offers for more, that's when you know you really messed up. When people, oh,
Somebody
no.
messaged me. Well, thankfully, they didn't give me any numbers. They just said, like, is this sold? Can I still buy it?
It's really bad when they're like, I'll give you 300 right now.
I know. Oh, I would have canceled that other sale in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I would have in a heartbeat. No, but yeah, just because you don't want to give stuff away, and it'll happen. So don't feel
But
guilty.
I think that's the best example is someone like, even with all of our experience combined, there's still times where like, we're not going to get it right. Like it's impossible to be that good at everything. Mm-hmm. So it's just being willing to make that mistake.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. Yep. And I mean, even with experience, like I've had times where I'm in a rush and I've said like, no, I know this is going to be fine. I'm just going to pick this up. And then when I get home, I realize because there was a certain model number on this, whatever electronic, it's like, no, I'm going to make my money back because
it was missing a zero. So it's a wrong
So
model.
as confident as you might feel with a certain item, things change. Look up the comps.
Yep, exactly. You got anything, Blake?
Yes. I'm trying to think. I wanted to give an example of a bad buy because I didn't look up comps. I was so excited and I should have known better. General tip, just because something is a luxury brand does not mean it will resell or have any value. And in this instance, I found a gorgeous pair of unworn Dolce & Gabbana bronze wedges that were like so Greek and like Grecian and like gorgeous and like money. Can't sell them. Thread Up can't sell them. Real can't sell them. I'm done.
You know what? I had the same thing with Dolce & Gabbana too.
They were so expensive. Well, I just sold my shirt though for $100, so I don't understand.
We picked up like a long time in our like the very beginning of our reselling. We found Dolce & Gabbana jeans, new with tags.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, I remember.
And it took forever.
And we were like,
sell.
And we paid up for that. I think we paid like $30 for them, and we're like, but it's Dolce & Gabbana,
and it has tags on it. No, it took forever to sell. And I think it sold for like $80.
Well, Dolce & Gabbana or D&G, I imagine it was probably a D&G because that's the brand that does the jeans, like the sub label. It can get a little gaudy, like a little Ed Hardy, Christian Audigier.
Yeah.
So like that stuff doesn't sell exactly well, which you've realized or like come to find out. But like the shoes that I had were like fashion pieces, and I was like, why wouldn't this sell? And I paid up. Like I paid a lot of money for these, so I'm not making it back, which sucks.
Yeah.
But the business is successful enough that that's okay.
Yeah, I liked Michelle's comment I just put on the screen a minute ago was don't be emotionally attached to the process or the items, especially the items. It's really hard to not get emotional about items, and it's really hard to not get offended and hurt by low offers, right? Because we think about all the work we did on the back end, but they don't know about that, and they do not care about that. That is not their problem. That's an us problem, not a them problem. That's low balls are only low balls on our end. I mean, some are very obviously low balls, but nonetheless, they're just testing to see what they can get it for. So, yeah. Oh, this is a good one. Get a separate bank account. I think still need to do.
Yeah, we did that soon. Early on, we separated.
Separate bank account. Also,
I haven't done it.
What?
I'm
gonna do it. No, but you do keep your numbers. It helps that your dad helps with your taxes.
My dad is a CPA, so like,
if you were really in trouble, he would have already told you to really take care of it.
Oh, he told me already. No,
I didn't think about that. Has your dad been talking to you about the the small business loans and grants and all that kind of stuff?
You know, we haven't had a conversation about it, but I need to have a conversation about it with him. I'll tell you guys separately.
Go live with him.
I've asked him one time, but he's still practicing and he works for a firm and he's pretty high up in his firm. And so he felt uncomfortable about it. You know, most CPAs probably would, giving financial advice to just random people. So be wary of people you take financial advice from on the internet. I'll just add that in. However, I will tell you guys, so I think I'd kind of been messaging with most of you about how I was trying to get a hold of my bank for my mortgage.
Yep.
So my bank is not a larger bank. And so a lot of the larger banks like Bank of America are making really simple, like you can just log in and defer your payment. But mine, I was like having to call in, and then they finally created like an online system, but then the online system wasn't doing it for mortgages. It was just like auto loans or home equity, but not mortgages. Then they added in mortgages last night. So I go in and I'm like, sweet, now I'm going to do it. But the only thing that they were allowing was, I think it was called forbearance, which is essentially like, okay, yeah, you don't have to pay for 3 months, but in 3 months, you have to pay one lump sum for all of those 3 months. And I was like, that's not what I want.
That doesn't make sense.
I was like, 3 months from now, I'm not going to have that one lump sum. Like
that's like not the way that works.
No, I know.
That same system, because I just to check too, like I called our internet provider for us at Spectrum, and they said similar thing, like, well, we just won't disconnect your internet if you don't pay.
But you have to pay once this is all over.
Like you have
all of it.
Yeah, so you'll still have to pay the lump sum all at once. There's no percentage or anything like that. So
I think
we're talking about internet bill, not mortgage.
But I think people. Oh wait, that's a big one. Friends with the other reseller.
Oh, sorry. I was just trying to highlight some.
That's okay.
But anyway, that was just my little aside regarding that was a little follow up on mortgages. So I'm still going to have to call in because basically, if I want to not have to make future payments, I'm probably just going to have to restructure my loan, which is going to be more paperwork. Which I read like all the fine print for like the forbearance, and that's essentially what it was. But back to reselling. Making friends with the bins. Who can agree with that?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's a helpful one.
I think that's pretty much how all of us met.
How about this one?
Yep.
How many times have you made a bad decision and lost a sale?
This happens in the I want to say in the 20 to 30 range.
Yes.
If you have something for 25 and they offer 20, do not go after them like 23. It is $2 or $3. Just take the sale.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
I agree. And then after the fees, the difference between $20 and $23 is even lower in terms of profit.
Yep. And just remember that if it doesn't sell because you're being a little too stingy with the numbers, down the line, you might need to make an offer to likers, which means you're lessening the price. And then you have to give a discount for shipping on Poshmark specifically. So, just take that offer.
What about this one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's been times where, and it really does happen when we're in a rush and we'll go out and thankfully we can do returns to our retail store. But Tiff will show me something. I'll look at it. No, this is beautiful. It looks great. And when we get home, she goes through and starts doing inventory and she's like, all right. And she's like looking at me through the sleeve. How did we miss this?
I was like, hey, weren't you my check?
And she's like, you were the last person to double
Your
check.
inspection. How'd you miss the gaping hole in the sleeve?
I was like, I don't know, but it has all its buttons.
That's definitely happens if you shop at the bins. How about this one? I bet this one happens to you, Laura.
Yeah, I've got a couple stories.
Wait, but Laura even gets hit on through her eBay messaging.
Because she's the model.
Because she models.
Yeah, I've had some pretty creepy ones, that's for sure.
Wait, so maybe you want to be the ugly genius then?
That's funny. Bill said to add in a buffer to your price. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Pricing higher so that there is room to negotiate
Yeah.
as well. Like don't like I would say never price it at your number that you want to sell it at.
Right.
Go a little bit above so you have that flexibility.
Right. That's true.
Yeah, or
Okay.
the other option some people do is they will price it. So like if you have something for $29.99, but you'll take $22, people will go in, say no best offer, put it for $22. It looks like they're cutting the market, but they're putting it at the price that we
Yep.
would all kind of accept it at.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, here's another one that I got from Instagram. This one's a fun one. If you could choose a superhero to fix the current pandemic, who and why? Hugo. No, everybody.
Easy. Batman.
I don't know how he's gonna fix it, but it's always Batman.
I know. I
No.
thought about it too because I was like, I thought about. Well, I'll say Batman, but how is Batman going to fix it?
Batman has all the money in the world. So all he has to do is like push a button and all of a sudden we got all the ventilators we need, and all that stuff.
True.
And it would be
Everyone to stay home.
Yeah, he'll all of a sudden we have actual working drones that deliver everything. I don't know.
True.
Mm-mm.
What was that, Laura?
I said it would be wreaking havoc on Gotham City, and that's basically New York. So
Yeah.
Certainly. Okay.
we do need Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Blake, you have any thoughts on superhero?
Yeah, sure do. Hard disagree with Batman.
Oh, he's Superman.
Because because you need Captain Marvel from the future to bring her science technology to the world and give us the vaccinations, the lotions and potions,
Lotions and potions.
and to be our first female leader.
Tori,
There you go.
Okay. Karen,
Yes, Tori, we're on the same page.
eBay Poshman says Iron Man.
Okay,
I mean,
that's
in the
a
same
good
bubble,
option
Iron
too.
Man
That's a good
and like
option too.
Iron Man has tons of money and the tech savvy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I just like.
Doctor Strange too.
I love the Incredibles and we love Frozone. So
What's Frozone?
he,
The other
Samuel
character?
character.
The ice friend.
Yeah. Bye, Lori. Thanks for hanging out. Let's see. Okay. Let's go to next question. Sorry, I wish there was like a mass unclick button. Okay. This question was given to us by the username Posh Boss Blake. And it says, when will Disneyland reopen and can I get a Dole Whip? Gracias.
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 Listen, I was supposed to be there. I was supposed to be there this weekend for like
Okay,
several
Laura
days.
is our Disney ambassador.
Oh, she is?
I mean,
She does love Disney a whole lot. Her and I might fight for that title. So, Laura, when do you think it will open?
ooh, I think that's a tough one. I mean, I think we're at least 2 months out at
I've
this.
got-
Minimum.
Yeah,
Minimum.
There's
yeah.
some tea. There's some tea.
Ooh, ASMR. What's the tea?
Come here. Hey, yo, come here.
Hey,
I need a chongo. I'm just kidding. No, for real. Variety put out an article on Thursday or Friday of this week saying that Disney as a whole, like park employees and corporate employees, starting to furlough thousands as of April 19th. So that's a
already
big
started.
deal. That's a big deal.
I saw today, I was telling Laura I was watching Disney videos on YouTube. And so they've already started to furlough employees. They can use their paid vacation. They can also use government money. Wouldn't you be surprised Disney is suggesting they do that? But yeah. And then also they were talking about, because I know you are pass holders. They were saying that, yeah, obviously your passes keep getting bumped out, but they were allowing annual pass holders to like cash out.
Oh.
Oh, I just saw that you can
Like email.
cancel or like delay the payments. I didn't realize you could cash out.
If I
If you paid in full. If you had paid in
Oh,
full,
yeah.
they'll refund you. Yeah.
yeah. And then people who had
What about-
trips but that got canceled, when you reschedule your trip, it was like if you'd booked through the hotels and everything, when you go to rebook, you get like free meal plans.
Mhm.
So just a tip for anybody who that was going to happen to.
Did you hear about Universal at all? Like with that? Because I have a pass. I
No,
love
yeah,
it.
we did too.
Well, we just got the where our pass is going to get extended the amount of days that got taken away.
Where did you find that information?
When Disneyland announced it for their annual pass holders, Universal did the same thing.
Gotcha. I'll
So it's
look.
like if you're a pass holder, then you just get extended time.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be more than 2 months. Like if the schools are closed until the end of the school year, which is like June.
Yeah.
100%. 100%.
Yeah,
That's a germy place. Think about all the surfaces. Such a high touch place.
Everyone touches everything. You're leaning on, when you're waiting in line, you're leaning on the walls.
I'm sitting on the cord that they tell you not to sit on.
Yep.
You know when they put an announcement, please don't sit on that. They're talking to me.
Yeah. Sir.
Well, this is what I would like to know. And this is what we don't know. No one knows in the world.
Yeah.
How do we go back to normal? Because normal will not be what it was, like what is that going to look like? Like Bill, I think he was joking / being semi-serious, said no Disneyland for 2 years.
Yikes.
But if
I really wouldn't be surprised if they go bankrupt at some point. And I know that eventually it will be bailed out, like essentially like all the rest of the businesses. But I mean, we're looking at the travel industry, any like amusement, stuff like that. That's all going to go bankrupt, and it's going to need to be bailed out by someone.
Yep.
Yeah.
Even Disney, I think, they're
not immune to the whole thing.
I mean, Cheesecake Factory can't pay their bills right now, so.
Yeah.
I mean, that one somehow doesn't surprise me.
So if we can chat about it for a second, like the small business loans with they're giving, like X amount of money to each small business until that fund runs out. It's $350 billion. Once that runs out, that's it for this round of funding. But like the thing is, they want you to take it, and the SBA loan, this is getting real specific. The SBA loan, PPP, is basically set up so that you get this loan to keep payroll going, whatever that means. And I won't say that here because it's defined specifically. And after you keep it going, you need to pay it back, but it's
a low interest rate.
It's like 1%.
Yeah.
But like there's no talk of like beyond just a couple months, it's like, how are people supposed to get that money back when they're not working? Just like, who set it up here
Sorry, what?
How are you supposed to pay the mortgage thing? Like, how are you supposed to pay the lump sum? Like, what?
Right. How am I supposed to if I don't have a couple $1,000s now, how am I going to multiply that by 3 and have that money 3 months from now?
Right. It's like, are they going to make you take another loan on the loan?
Well, and then I think, it did say it was like, because the first forbearance they would give me was 3 months. And then if I needed 6 months, I could go to 6 months. But then it's like, okay, times that by 6. Now I'm going to owe 6 months in one lump sum. Like, that's insane.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know.
I really like Chrissy said, why are we expected to have 6 months in savings, but businesses are 1 month of no business? Like, literally 3 weeks, and they're already like, we're done, we're out.
Oh, well, Chrissy, don't get me started on the big business, like virtually instant relief that they got. Like these big businesses got money like instantly once that was passed. Like the government was able to like give them funds the day that happened, unlike small business, which is taking so long to like give out to the owners of the world. And by world, I mean America.
Right. Michelle asked if they'll add it to the end of my loan. So that's what I was hoping for, but instead I got this thing called forbearance, which is not what that is.
Yeah.
So don't be hasty, just to anyone who's watching this later, in case yours comes across that way. Thankfully, I sat there and like read the disclosures, like I normally don't do, but I thought that was pretty serious. So I actually read them and I was like, oh, I'm not going to hit submit because this is not actually what I want.
People don't know. Like, yes, it's like listed somewhere, but the banks don't even have the infrastructure to like answer all the questions. So I'd be very weary about it.
Yeah, I think too many people right now think that the government's just like, here, take all this money, we're giving it to you. But there are so many rules. Like, you use that money the wrong way, and they're gonna come for you eventually.
Yeah, so there are like all those different. Laura and I were talking about it earlier this week. Like there are these loans. I encourage people to seek out grants because grants are just free money, you know. And yes, there's going to be a lot of competition to get the grants, but a lot of times, and Tiffany and Hugo, maybe you know about this, especially Tiffany for working like in financial aid. There's oftentimes way more grants than people realize that exist, you know, from just random small companies. Like even when I was posting about this past week, Blake texted me and was like, hey, Spanx has one for women, specific to women. The application.
I did Tiffany too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The application comes out this week.
Yeah. It's like
Monday.
Yeah.
Monday. Laura, let me send you the link right now. Sorry.
Yeah.
I think I forwarded it to Laura.
Okay, cool.
I got the $500 one.
Yeah, that's the Sarah Blakely one.
Oh, that's the Spanx one?
Yeah.
No. Sarah Blakely's
Laura, I sent you the QuickBooks one. There's so many of them.
Oh.
So for instance, like Spanx has this one and it's like they're going to open it up to all female entrepreneurs starting on, I think it was like April 6th, if I'm quoting it correctly. But you could go on and apply. And I think it was only for 5,000 women.
Correct. But she's doing like
one of those 5,000 and it's worth a chance.
Yeah.
You know, I actually had somebody DM me today and they said to me that I should pull up the text because I sent it to Tiffany. Tiffany, you know that text that I sent you?
Which one? Oh, yeah.
No, and it was somebody who has a nonprofit organization, and they said
the pastor.
Yeah, they said that their whatever it was, church. Would that be a church then? If it was pastor, their church
place of worship.
Yeah, didn't realize that they would be eligible for help, and they got $30,000? It was something insane. Like, whoa! So everything's worth looking into.
And I want to touch, someone just said, how hard is it to fill out a grant? They don't make it easy, but like it shouldn't be complicated. Okay. And I think a lot of people get discouraged from applying for grants because they don't think they're qualified or they get freaked out by the application. Do not let that affect you. Like it's free money. You get it? That's it.
And if the step to get free money is a complicated application and there's a chance you might not get it, there's a guaranteed chance you won't get it if you don't try.
Correct.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
Did you say something about a hungry mouth is open, but
closed mouths
there
don't
you
get
go. Yeah.
there you go.
Right?
Oh,
you will get none of the grants that you don't apply for. So
can you pin Bill's comment about GoFundMe? Oh, there we
go. Oh, well, I just saw
Chrissy's,
GoFundMe has a $500. Yeah, so I actually this is the one I was telling you guys about last week after our live. So I started mine, but QuickBooks is matching it. If you raise $500 from friends, family, people in your life, QuickBooks right now is matching. If you raise $500, they'll give you $500. So you're welcome, everyone. There's a big tip. I would go and try and do that if you need the money. And that's an easy one that you can just take on yourself. And I don't know up until what amount of money. There is probably a cap on it, but I think it was significant enough that it's probably worth doing. So, sorry.
We got real businessy in this chat today. Yes.
I know.
Also, if you don't technically have a business name, it's okay for this SBA business loan. There's ways that you can still apply. Check the website, check the government website to be able to do that. But you shouldn't not try because of that.
Yeah, here we go. Chrissy said filling out grants is like scholarships. Once you fill out one, you have the foundation to fill out many more.
Yes, Chrissy.
It's true. They're all pretty much the same. So, oh yeah. And did you guys see this one? If you're sewing masks, Teeks is giving out like $100 if you're making masks in credit.
Really?
And I think the amount goes up.
Let me see.
Blake's like, let me get my
I'm gonna look.
sewing machine out. Okay, let me go to my next.
Oh, it's called Sew Together. Love that. I'll tell you more about it in a second.
Okay, somebody asked in my Instagram questions, under our normal circumstances, do you guys follow a set schedule for your reselling day?
Well, we have to because we have on a normal
schedule.
we have so many different jobs that we have to follow schedule.
Yeah, like I would almost only photograph on Fridays. Like Friday was just photography day, and that's what I set it aside for. But right now,
yeah. So on a regular schedule, she would do photos Friday, and that means in the morning we'd wake up, have our coffee, whatever. I'd head to the restaurant, and she would be home alone photographing all day, and then all those photographs would basically turn into possible listings throughout the following week. And then in terms of sourcing, we would have to negotiate the time because we're also trainers. So we do our day jobs and train in the evening. So we try to source about twice a week.
yeah, Wednesdays because it's coupon day.
Yeah, specifically. So if your thrift stores have coupons or certain deals, use them to your advantage. And yeah, so we do the coupon day.
Yeah.
We would sometimes try to do Saturdays because that's when the color would change. So that's basically like a new discount.
Yeah, but that's
And then list anything in between that.
What about you, Laura?
I think you guys know I definitely don't keep a schedule for anything in my life. I'm terrible.
What time do you wake up, Laura?
It's, varies day to day.
What was today?
Today was 9 a.m.
But
And
it's
that's probably
Saturday.
why I'm so quiet tonight is because I'm exhausted.
Oh my god.
She's been awake so long.
They're remodeling like 2 units next to me, and I'm just like,
Blake, why don't you answer for your new normal?
So I'm honestly still figuring it out. So this past week it wasn't even a full week. It was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday were the first days in years that I've not worked a full-time job. So I'm not going to say I got depressed, but I just felt very like, I didn't know what to do. And I was like, I am not going to get up out of bed first thing because there's no reason to. And then that happened again the second day. And I was like, oh no, that's how you go down a hole and never get up. So I was like, okay, we're changing that. And then Friday was a good day. And it helped that the weather was nice. But I'm trying to, especially incorporating YouTube more, I'm trying to get more videos done in a day. And like kind of get ahead, especially with the vlogging. The vlogging is, I know people really enjoy that, but it's like hard if you don't have a good day. Like today I released stuff from Friday because I released nothing on Friday because my Thursday was boring. I didn't do anything.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I feel like I took a break a few days this week because I was like, oof, I'm burnt out.
Yeah. I mean,
I'll give it to you. Vlogging, is not, we forget to grab the camera because we're just doing things.
Yeah.
And so we were vlogging for a few days, and afterwards, like, we'll just do recaps because I keep forgetting to film.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, we finished all that. Are we gonna like not talk about it? It happened, but did we record it?
Yeah.
If you didn't record it, did it really happen? Yeah, I don't have. Well, I mean,
yes, Ginger Bear. Yes.
I'm getting used to my new normal. I think we all are. It's hard. I don't even remember what life was like 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like getting my son up for school and then going to the office. Well, that office is not there anymore, and my son's not going to school, so life has changed.
Tori, it is really hard. I think it's interesting that, there's like a term recently that has come out about like when days blend into the next, like it's just an ongoing, it's not a day, it's just an ongoing life.
Time.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be the month of April. It's just going to be one day.
Monday, Tuesday,
One day
Thursday.
Yeah. Okay. Next question. So somebody said, how do you still make sales, or how would we suggest people still make sales without having access to things like toys, books, games, etc. right now?
I don't have any of that.
Well, okay. So I still think that there are things in people's homes that they're not thinking about. I just don't entirely buy that they could be out of inventory. I think that there's probably things in your home that you're not thinking about, and it would be hard for me to tell you some of those items if I wasn't in your home, right? But we've talked about the absolute lowest of the low hanging fruit, which it would be sell your toilet paper rolls.
Yeah. Empty one.
Right. Or do you drink wine? Sell the wine corks. Driftwood.
Even the wine bottles, the empty wine bottles, because we've sold in the past. Right. We sold empty whiskey bottles.
Lagavulin, we just drank.
Oh yeah, we sold the box, like the empty cardboard box for the whiskey. We sold that. Because there's
collectors from other countries, because we've sold to other countries just the box.
And it was like $20 for the empty cardboard box that the whiskey bottle came in.
Now I agree that it's like you're not going to necessarily get rich off those items, right? Nobody's going to become a millionaire off of selling toilet paper rolls. However, I give those examples because that is the lowest thing I could think of in everyone's home. Mm-hmm. And yet there are still other items that most people aren't thinking about. Like, for instance, a great example was just Blake going through his house this past week and being like, hey, I don't use this Alexa anymore. Right. And those absolutely, at the bare minimum, you could get $25 for that.
Also, I think people are still in like, how can I not sell what is like important to me? So like, I don't think people are thinking about like their handbags and stuff that they own from their collection that they've like maybe spent a bunch of money on or something. That's like last resort stuff for them. But to your point, Denali, like maybe think about it. Like, think of if you absolutely had to get rid of, your 5 gorgeous handbags. What's the one you could like be okay with living without? Like my candles, I'm going to use it because I have it right here. I think I talked about it on the last live. This is a semi-limited edition candle. It's cereal marshmallow bar from Bath & Body. I bought 2 and I have the extra one. So I'm like, worst case, sell a freaking candle.
Right.
And it smells so good if you want it.
I know. I want to smell. I like how you do it though. This movement.
Yeah, you're like,
it's because you waft it.
It's like
I almost feel like he never actually lights it. He just walks around and randomly reaches for it.
No, it's lit. Look. But it's so good. It's fruity rainbow cereal, aka Lucky Charms. Okay. Mm-hmm. And Fruit Loops. Oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah.
I think I can smell it.
Yeah, but I think I don't know. I mean, I think that that's
like if I had to go through, say, like we talked about it in the bathroom, Denali, you went through your stuff and you did that exact thing. You selected what you no longer need or have too much of.
Here's a good exercise. We did it last week, Denali. You asked me, I think you asked us, look around right now. And so I want everyone in the comments, everyone watching, look around. Don't get up. Just look around you. Mm-hmm. What are you not seeing? Like, are you in the kitchen? Are there kitchen tools you don't use? Is there a pan that's really good? Do you have a Calphalon skillet that you don't use?
Yep.
Do you have something from Target? Do you have an extra Bath and Body Works soap that you don't normally use? Like, what is around you that's able to be let go of?
Yeah, I think there are things in people's homes, and it might get limited to a certain extent, right? Again, like Laura and Blake, like you're single people, and you get at some point you're going to get to a point where you're like, okay, there's nothing left. I've got one pair of pants and a shirt left, right? And so that, I think at that point, if you're comfortable with it, reaching out to people in your apartment building or people on the Facebook neighborhood group that you're a part of.
Next door, or all those like buy nothing groups or all that sort of stuff. Like there's ways to get inventory that way. I think in terms of like, I'm curious what you guys think of, like Laura, for instance. What would you do for your store? What suggestions would you make for your online store? Would you be like run sales, promoted listings? Like what would you say?
I think it differs. So like when you look at it from my vintage standpoint, I keep thinking I am going to go through and rephotograph a lot of my items. Like I'm just going to get everything like a lot more cohesive and aesthetically pleasing. But when I think of just like the hodgepodge of items that I sell, I mean, everything that you've listed off, it's like, it's just the algorithm right now that we're feeding. So, I mean, if I'm selling toilet paper rolls, but like it keeps my sales going, like,
Yep. Yep. It's true because like the stuff I'm listing right now, it's like I'm listing like Hot Wheels cars and stuff, right? Like that is very different than what I was selling 30 days ago or books, but I'm just keeping the algorithm happy.
yeah.
I'm just giving it items at this point. And then some of it is selling, which is great. That's also the bonus of it.
Yeah. I mean, ultimately the goal.
Right. Yeah. But are you intentionally, okay, so you're just going back through and rephotographing stuff?
Yeah, I'm working on photos for the vintage and whatnot. But I'm also ending and relisting and like working on titles and just going through and fixing like basically everything that's just, you know, that I've neglected for the last 6 months to a year that, you know, now I have the time to go back in and do it. I think honestly, like in the weirdest way, I've been prepared for this for a very long time as far as like rephotographing and knowing to fix my titles, because like I'll go through this process every 6 months anyways, where I'm just like, okay, it's time to buckle down and just focus on what I have, fix that, and then.
Yeah.
About relisting, Bill, I can't tell if you're serious about the word relisting, but for people that don't know or that are maybe starting out and reselling that are watching, relisting is just taking down the existing listing and putting it back up to kind of get to the top of what is available in the market, whether it's on eBay, Poshmark, but it also, like to Laura's point, keeps the algorithm going and keeps you active in the applications.
Yeah, and then there is a difference between relisting and sell-similar too.
For eBay, yes.
For eBay.
For eBay.
Yeah, and then like Poshmark, your new listings get a higher boost than if you just share the old listing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that comment. You like this business out in Spokane. So, you know, in general, I've heard this tip. I don't know if I've told you guys before. I probably have, about relisting listing item folklore on Poshmark. Did I tell you about that? Yeah, we heard that one together, I think.
Wait, listing what?
Listing
folklore. So I don't ask for this to be confirmed, but I've heard it from multiple sources for Poshmark that 17 items is the magic number on Poshmark. So listing 17 items per day is going to get you the biggest boost in their no algorithm.
Yep.
Right, because there's no algorithm on Posh.
Who was in the room when someone asked that at PoshFest and they were like, there is no algorithm, and everyone started laughing?
I think we were all in the same room.
So 17 items, and I recently had a conversation with somebody who also had heard about this, and they not confirmed, because obviously none of it can be confirmed, but said that relists count as a list. So if you relist 17 items, you're going to get that algorithm or boost the algorithm. So I'm just saying to everyone who's here, that's my hot tip for you. I'm not saying it works, but it might work.
And to clarify, a relist is not, on Poshmark specifically, it's not edit list next. No. That's not that. Okay.
Like a fresh, like you're going to have to copy the listing
down and create a brand new listing.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. So try it out. That would be a recommendation for Poshmark.
If you want to do that, we actually, in my Posh and Coffee this morning, got a great tip for relisting. 2 tabs on your desktop, if you have a desktop or a laptop or something.
Yeah.
The existing listing, the new listing, just copy it over. And you can screenshot the images so you don't have to take them again.
Right.
Easy. Quick.
Yeah.
And screenshot from your phone is going to give you better images than if you're working on the computer for that screenshot.
Yeah. And then when you screenshot from your phone, just crop it down to, so when somebody's sharing your closet, they don't see what time you took that screenshot.
Yeah.
Okay. Another question was how do you choose which platforms you guys list items on if you're a multi-platform seller? Like, how do you prioritize? Yeah, but how do you prioritize?
Everywhere.
Oh, eBay to Poshmark to Mercari. So I do the dual screen. So on one screen, I have Poshmark on half a screen, Mercari on another half. And then eBay takes up my big screen. And then I just copy and paste from one over. But it's always eBay first for me.
Mine's eBay, Etsy, and then Poshmark whenever I'm not mad at it.
Mine is eBay, Poshmark. Meh. That's all.
Crazy and Etsy.
Etsy, don't you?
Yeah, but I don't.
But yeah, it's always
So,
you can't list everything on
If
Etsy.
if it was a true order, I guess it would be eBay to Poshmark, Etsy, and then Tradesy. But Tradesy only for high dollar items,
Yeah, same.
and Etsy obviously only for vintage items. And I don't have any hard goods over there.
Yep.
So, yeah. What about you, Blake?
Poshmark first, eBay second, Etsy third, and then consignment, like the real, then ThreadUp, and then the other apps.
Yeah. Oh, and then mine would be ThreadUp, and then the Real, and then I don't know if there's any more.
There's Swap.
Oh
Yeah.
Swap.
Swap.
Yeah, I've never
But
done that.
it's like Swap is
It's a little wonkier.
it's like more, it's like not, I don't want to say less than, but
Thanks, Bill.
it's like not crazy high quality stuff.
Yeah, well, related to Swap, it's funny because
Corey, yes.
a student that rents on my mom's property here, he was telling me how he wanted to sell this active watch that he never used. It's brand new. And I was like, well, like he knows we sell on eBay. I was like, I can help you get it listed to eBay, and it's easy. You can do it. Like, you're a pharmacy student. I'm sure you can figure out eBay. Like, you're good.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, no, it's too complicated. So he went to Swap because he said that was easier. And then he said he had the most complicated time with shipping. I was like, told you could have done like eBay. And he's like, but he was just for whatever reason that was more complicated. So
Yeah, well, Swap is a little different. I've heard their payout was a little wonky. Just from Steven telling me about it, C Fashion Guru, it was like you had to pay to send them your stuff. I was like,
it was so weird.
I'm like, no, I'm not going to pay anybody to take my stuff. No, that's not happening. So that's one of the reasons why I've never done it. And I've looked on there to source, but I didn't feel like the quality of items was even high enough. Like in the past, I didn't feel like the quality of the items were even high enough to spend time sourcing on there. But that might be different for other people. That's just my experience with it. I'm just looking at everybody in the chat, what they're saying for their cross-listing methods.
Has anyone noticed, because Vero talked about Mercari. Mercari's having a come up with this time of people not being able to leave. I don't know if anyone feels that way.
I've heard that. Yeah.
I think people are just, they have nothing else to do. So if they've seen a commercial, because they're advertising commercials, Posh is doing commercials.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen an eBay commercial, but I mean, Mercari's been really pushing.
We actually saw the eBay commercials when we were at Poshfest.
yeah.
Like during Poshfest, I think we turned on the TV and there's an eBay commercial.
I think
That's
eBay
strategic.
Yeah.
That's called, I used to work in advertising, so.
Well,
TV advertising.
like eBay, I think they were targeting their ads more on the like big events, like sporting events and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we would see a lot of eBay apps around those ads.
Oh, because like selling sneakers. We saw a lot of selling sneakers, selling memorabilia, different jerseys and stuff like that. So we did see advertisement for that.
This question is Oso Victoria.
Oh, perfect.
Very cute photo. How do you adjust your photo sizes for all the different platforms? Personally, for me, and I'll let you guys say also, but I take everything in square mode because square mode is what works universally for all of the platforms.
Mm-hmm.
So take it as a 1x1 or square is the dimensions. Oh, hey, it's Posh Boss Blake. what do you do, Laura? Because you don't shoot on your phone.
I like to make everything in my life difficult. I use a program called Snapseed that it's just a free app that you can like stretch out the background to either be a smart backdrop so it stretches the white out, or you can just do white bars on the side or the top.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, same square.
Yeah. And then I use for both. There's two different like major cross-listing platforms, List Perfectly and Vendoo, and they resize all of it. So if you're curious about what that experience is like, check out. There's lots of, and I did one this week, but there's lots of videos for both of those, how to do List Perfectly and how to do Vendoo, and they'll show you what the process looks like for those. So here's a comment. Oops, that's not the one I want to go to. Sorry. Can anybody make a video for first eBay resellers? Christine, there's probably a lot of like first time eBay seller videos. One of the ones that I recommend to people often was a video that was done in fall of 2019. So just this past year, from Hustle at Home Mom, which is Ashley. She makes some really good new eBay reseller videos. So go check out Hustle at Home Mom. Do you guys have any recommendations for eBay videos or YouTubers?
I remember that one though. That one was a really good and simple explanation for how to start on eBay.
Yeah, she really spells it out and she screen shares with you. So you're going to see everything in terms of what the process looks like. Mm-hmm. Bill said square picture's the way to go. Yeah. Anybody have any last questions or in the chat? And then any of my panel have any last things that they want to say? Anything we didn't talk about that you want to talk about?
I mean,
I did want to make a comment about quicksand, but we got that one. So
thank you. We covered it.
Offering like free showings for the next month, I think. But like on HBO. So HBO, if you download their app, not everything. So like Game of Thrones is excluded, but they do offer a list of different shows, movies, and documentaries that they're letting viewers view for free.
Ooh.
So you just have to sign up for the HBO app. And then Showtime is also doing a free membership right now as well. So if you don't have Showtime, you can log in to get a free membership right now.
Okay.
And then there's that big music festival that's normally in Austin, the Southwest Music Festival.
Okay.
That's obviously not going to happen, but it's going to get
South by Southwest?
Yes. That's going to get streamed on Amazon Prime for free when they're going to announce it next week when it's going to go live.
Okay.
Denali, we got a good question. What advice on brands/styles that do better on eBay than Posh/Mercari? I have a couple brands off the top of my head.
Yeah, go for it.
Like Eileen Fisher does better for me on eBay. Professional wear like Ann Taylor, Loft, and stuff does well on both Posh and eBay, but if it's like super professional, I like to go eBay. And also Plus Size in particular does well on both, because if it's just not as abundant, especially here in LA, sourcing wise. So I think people are looking for nice things, regardless of body type.
Yeah. I mean, for me in general, I cross-list everything. So, when I often get the question, people say, how do you decide what to put on each platform? And my blanket answer is I don't. Yeah. I cross-list everything. Since Posh is my second place that I cross-post to, I put everything over there because it's free. It's free. In my opinion, I'm like, why wouldn't I throw everything on there and see what sells? Because it's just, any opportunity for me. And, eBay, definitely mature brands can do really well, but I will say I sell some weird stuff over on Poshmark.
Oh, agreed. Yeah.
Some weird things. So don't, never hesitate on who the market over there could be. So, but I know that some people want curated closets and all that sort of stuff. And maybe that's where opening a second closet can come in handy, because you can have your cute stuff, like your free people, and then your Eileen in the fabric closet. So yeah.
Yeah.
Any other questions or comments? you guys?
Everybody, please give this video a thumbs up. Can we get to 100 thumbs ups? Or at least
Ooh.
80, 90 thumbs ups?
I mean, look at
Can
this
we do
comment.
it? When in doubt, sing it out. Give Denali a thumbs up.
Thank
Thumbs
you.
up. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Oh, yeah. Thumbs up.
What are we at? Oh, we're at 73. There's
74.
114 people here. We've got 40 more to go.
Wait, someone just undid the thumbs up.
Oh,
Oh, there it is.
Okay,
Okay. Okay, they were just like, the singing might have not come through yet. There we go. 75. Listen, I want to
Another tip I was thinking of saying too is in terms of
there we go. Yeah.
like reselling, it comes down to bottom line. Like a lot of people think of just what you're gonna make, so profiting coming on what you're making money back, but in what you save is important, even outside of reselling. So one of the things we recently did was to save money is we don't need 2 cars active because first off, I'm really the only one out driving.
And it's limited driving.
It's very limited driving. So what we did is we took 1 car off insurance, put it as non-operation. So we pay insurance for 1 car. We're going to cut down. So we
saved insurance and the registration fee because our registration fee was coming up, and it would have been $255 due in 2 weeks.
For our Prius.
And then
but we canceled out the Prius, so no gas, no registration fee, no insurance, and we kept the electric car.
Yeah.
Wait,
Smart.
so is that something we should all be doing? I'm like, what do I need to do?
Check with your DMV. I'm not sure how every state is different.
Yeah.
But and with insurance too, because I think some insurance want you to verify that it's going to be non-operational. But that should be an online application you can do. And when we're ready, we can just go in and pay the registration and activate the car.
Yeah, online.
And then call the insurance company and activate the insurance. But even if it means for 2 months, we only pay for 1 car.
Yeah. It's going to save us a few hundred on the next. So like our insurance payments are split in 3, I think.
3, I think.
So then the next time we have to pay, it's just going to be less than this time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just a different way to save money.
Were you talking about doing that, Blake?
I wasn't gonna make it non-operational, but I was gonna see what I could do with Geico to not have to pay my bill at all. I don't know if I'll have to make it that official, but I'm hesitant only because if I do need to go to the post office, it is someplace that I kind of need to drive to just for safety. Because if I'm walking with packages, I don't want to get mobbed.
No, yeah, completely.
You know?
But the other thing too, there are different insurances out there. I don't know the name of it, but I remember hearing one. There you go. It's based off of your mileage.
Yeah.
So especially in a time like this, if changing insurance is doable for you, if you're really just putting in like 10 miles a week, I'm sure your insurance won't be too high.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, cool. Those are all good things to know.
You guys, we're 4 away from 100. 3 away from 100 thumbs ups.
Come on.
We got this piece. Get to 100.
Let's hit the karma button. Karma button. Whoever hits the thumbs up is getting a sale tonight.
Oh, thumbs up for the sale. Thumbs up for the sale. Thumbs up for the sale. What are we doing?
Make Blake really big.
Thumbs up.
You can.
Thumbs up for the sale. We gonna not go to hell. We are thumbs upping Denali's video, and we're at 102. Yes, we made it. Woo! Oh my god.
That was fantastic.
You guys, we did
amazing.
That was 25 30 thumbs ups.
I need to just put you on the screen.
Oh my god. Where is my show?
Oh my god. That's hilarious. Okay, well, thank you again. If you guys are not following the people who are here, this is Tiffany and Hugo, Sell Quick, Ship Quick. They're a reselling part-time couple who makes pretty much full-time income. So definitely go check them out. All 3 of my friends are from Los Angeles, so I'll just get that out of the way. This is Laura, Laura Von V. She also has a YouTube channel. Go subscribe to that. She does a lot of vintage content, and people always want to know more about that. She has amazing vintage hauls from the Los Angeles bins, which we all know that's a delightful place to shop.
And she's her own model with great pictures.
Yeah, and she models all her stuff. So if you want to see somebody who takes amazing pictures with a camera and models their stuff, that's the person to follow. And then this singing and dancing Lord is Poshmark Blake. If you follow him for no other reason, it should be to hear him sing and bring joy to your day, because 110% that will be what you get out of his channel. So thank you guys so much for being live with me.
Thanks for having us.
It. I love
Thank
you
you,
all.
everyone.
Yes, and we'll see you next week. We'll announce whose channel will be on probably halfway through the week. So if you're not following all of us on Instagram, we will mention it.
It'll be me.
Yeah, it's Blake next.
Blake, and you know what, guys? Laura said she wants to do it now.
I'll do it after we do another rotation.
Okay.
Okay.
Somebody will give up their spot, probably. I don't know. No.
Do you want to say what my idea was, though?
You tell us, because you kind of only gave me a little sample. I don't know like the full thing.
Oh wait, well we gotta hype it up.
Okay, all right.
Okay. We'll figure it out. We'll talk about it.
Yes. Oh, look, Laura, everybody loves you. So there you go.
Oh,
Yes. All right. Okay, we'll talk to everyone later.
Hey,
Thank you
Margo.
again for joining us.
Thanks for
Appreciate
tuning
it.
in.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, wait.